So Guru Maharaj said, no, your name is Radhika Kripa. And then still I couldn't believe my ears. I asked Sri Balaram, that was Guru Maharaj's secretary at that time. I said, Sri Balaram, when did this happen? When did my name change? He said, Guru Maharaj changed it on the Vyasasana. So you see, the Guru Tattva, that's Radharani. I didn't know all these concepts at that time. But if you have a relationship with Radharani, she speaks through the Guru. And my faith intensified from that day onwards. It was very much into Guru Maharaj. And still, as I'm from a Sikh background, I'm a Sikh. By birth, I was born into a Sikh family. My father was a turban Sikh. So whenever I used to go with Guru Maharaj, was very merciful. He would take us around, me and my husband, actually, Guru Maharaj never kept a car for himself. Those who have joined later, after 2009 or 8 or 9, they have seen Guru Maharaj traveling in a big car. Earlier, Guru Maharaj never had a car for himself. He would take lift. He gave the opportunity to his disciples to drive him down. So we would grab all the opportunities. I would especially. Haribol, I have to end up. So, okay, then next time I would continue. It's okay?
There are many more times.
Yeah?
There are many more times.
Many more times.
In Delhi also. You'll have another one in Delhi.
So should I conclude it now?
Yeah, you just conclude.
Okay. So all glories to Guru Maharaj. He gave us a lot of services, and we brought him to Vrindavan also all the time. And I have written a book of memoirs with him. When he was very much on the planet, I gifted that book to him, and he was very happy with that book. Now I have written 100 more pages to that book, and it's soon going to come on his Vyasa Puja. So those who all want to read about so many sides of him, he was very humorous. He was extremely humorous. And he had a sense of humor that nobody can match it. I'll just conclude once. He told my husband, just before leaving the planet, he was very much eating into very soft chapatis. Very, very soft chapatis. And my husband, Rasapriya Prabhu, who's made the Rohini temple and all on Guru Maharaj orders, he used to make very nice chapatis for Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj was coming out of the Rohini temple on the February of 20th February it was. He was coming out of the Rohini temple. He was going towards his car, and I was walking with him with my Prabhuji and others following him. And Guru Maharaj immediately just said suddenly, Rasapriya, your chapatis are the best in the world. And I usually used to laugh with a lot of, Guru Maharaj used to say something like teasingly, and I would answer
10
it.
minutes
just
now.
going away. And then I said, Guru Maharaj, he's under the best training in the world. And Guru Maharaj burst into laughing. So thank you, everybody. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So he always lives in our heart. He's with us all the time. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Just think about it. Time is really the essence here. We can go on for one devotee for hours and hours and hours, but we need also the mercy from others to be heard. So mindful of time, okay? And when I say Hare Krishna, please don't be offended. It's for the benefit of everyone. Haribol.
Yeah. So I'll keep my offering very short since I have to read Rupanuga Prabhu's offering. He's our senior godbrother in Toronto. So Guru Maharaj was so merciful to all North American devotees. He would give a video darshan, Zoom call, at least every 2 months. And we've had many since COVID, at least I would say 10 or 12 video calls. And very last video call, somehow he knew this would be the very last video call. And I clearly remember it was April 20th of last year. And Advaitacharya Prabhu requested me, why don't you call Guru Maharaj and see if he's available for a few minutes to give darshan. I said, sure. So we called him and he said, Jagannath Priya, I'm driving back from Rohini. From car, I can take your call. I said, Guru Maharaj, if possible, please, give darshan. So he took some questions and answers. And then this applies to all of us. So there's things that he never mentioned during our video calls or any of our meeting, but somehow he knew this was the last meeting. So he said, and I'm going to get a little emotional. He said that when Srila Prabhupada was leaving San Francisco, devotees were lamenting that they would not be able to see Srila Prabhupada. So Guru Maharaj said that Srila Prabhupada told devotees, you chant Hare Krishna and I will chant Hare Krishna and we'll always be connected. So similarly, Guru Maharaj said, you chant Hare Krishna, I will chant Hare Krishna, we'll always be connected. So this was a message for all of us. So anyways, I'll keep my briefing. That is all I have, and then I'll read Rupanugas Prabhu, which will take me at least 4 to 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. So this is Rupanuga Prabhu from Toronto. Okay, I'll shorten a little bit. Guru Maharaj, I should be reading this offering in person in Vrindavan, where my God brothers and God sisters have organized this wonderful program to celebrate your return to Golok Dham. Unfortunately, my wife, Krishna Bhakti, had a knee replacement operation that will make the journey to India very difficult. I'm grateful to Jagannath Priya and other God brothers for facilitating the reading of my humble offering to you. In some ways, everything changed on May 5th last year, and some things will never be same. However, what will never change is that feeling that you are still looking over us with the same merciful glance that you had for everyone, whether a direct disciple or otherwise. Your instruction will remain with us eternally, and there are sources of great consolation and comfort for us. We now really realize the truth of the statement that our Guru lives eternally in his instructions. Kindly bless me that I always live by your instructions and live the rest of my life imbibing your mood of serving, cooperating, and being there for all, as a problem solver, as an advisor, as a well-wisher, even to those who are not so nice to you and did not acknowledge all that you did for them again and again. Guru Maharaj, you are very famous for your amazing memory. I would like to share an incident in that regard. Once I was visiting Vrindavan with my younger brother and saw you at the temple. After offering my obeisances, I introduced you to my brother. You were in a rush, so the whole interaction lasted probably 10 seconds. 2 years later, my brother saw you again in Vrindavan, but this time I was not with him. He offered his obeisances and he looked at him and said, "You are Rupanuga Prabhu's brother, right? Amazing you could remember someone you met for 10 seconds 2 years ago." Guru Maharaj, I also wanted to mention that what prompted me to get the first cell phone. You were visiting Toronto in 2004, and as usual, I was trying my best to serve you, but failing. One of my duties was to call by phone the people you wish to speak to. I had made an alphabetical list of all disciples and other people that you usually connected with. When in Toronto, whenever I was with you, I carried in my pocket a paper copy of this list, which was 5 pages long. Of course, it meant that taking the list out of my pocket and looking through it to find the name of an individual and then putting back in my pocket so I won't lose it. As you can imagine, the paper would have wrinkled after 2 days. In those days, we used landlines for all these calls. So it sometimes meant finding a phone, bringing it to you, or taking you to the phone. You tolerated during the whole stay, but next year when I started doing the same thing, you commented, the whole world uses technology, but Rupanuga is still old-fashioned. Well, Guru Maharaj, that was you. That was the clue I needed, and I purchased a phone soon after. Thank you for helping me advance, not just spiritually, but also technologically. One of my service when Guru Maharaj visited Toronto was to wait outside his room in case he needed something. As he finished his confidential in-person meetings or calls, sometimes I will be outside for 2 to 3 hours without call by him. But I noticed a number of times that as soon as I left my post, he will call for me, and a number of devotees will be running around the temple calling my name because Guru Maharaj wanted to see me. Once Guru Maharaj asked me to get in a difficult situation at the temple. We were running into difficulty with the local management and getting them to accept our advice. Guru Maharaj offered me full suggestions. In my mode of ignorance, I did not agree with his suggestion and just listened to him quietly. Somehow, as he always does, he knew what was in my heart, and he said, if I was not agreeing with him, I should speak up. I said, Guru Maharaj, you are my Guru Maharaj, and I must accept and agree with whatever you said. He says, still, you encouraged me to speak up, but kept on insisting that I could not disagree with him since he was my Guru.
Then Guru Maharaj said that he will never, then Guru Maharaj said what I'll never forget. He said, in management issues, I expect you to express your thoughts and opinions freely, regardless of whether they're different from mine. He said he would not expect or allow me to disagree with him on philosophy, but it was all right for me to express my
opinions freely on management issues. Many times I had the pleasure of introducing him to the audience before his class, but he would never allow me to glorify him, and he will cut me off in middle, in right front of everyone. I was so nervous whenever I had to introduce Guru Maharaj because I knew he did not allow me to say much. One year Guru Maharaj came to Toronto, but his passport was about to expire, so we took him to Indian passport office. I could not believe his royal demeanor
in the front of Indian passport officials, but he was shown in the most humble way. I don't think they've ever met anyone like him. They were so humble and respectful, totally contrary to their normal attitude. In closing, I would like to narrate a funny story. Guru Maharaj, as you know, likes to go for a walk every morning. Many devotees go with him. One year he came to Toronto, but his heart was really very weak, and we were all very concerned about his condition and were trying to avoid him doing anything extra strenuous. Just as a precaution, we called many doctors to examine, and we were waiting for cardiologist to show up. While the cardiologist was en route, we were giving him an update on his condition on the telephone. This was all happening as Guru Maharaj was walking, and we were walking behind him. When we finished updating the doctor, he said, whatever you do, make sure he does not walk. We said he's already on a walk. In an urgent tone, he said to tell him at least not walk fast. He had barely completed his sentence when Guru Maharaj suddenly started jogging quite fast. We were shocked and frustrated for him to please. We were shocked and shouted him to not jog by doctor's order, but he simply ignored us and continued his walk. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for all your mercy, your instructions, your teachings, by example, and your loving care. Please bless us that we may follow in your footsteps and may try to live that final 10 instructions that you have left for all of us. Hare Krishna, your useless servant, Rupanuga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Jagannath Priya Prabhu. We stay at Jagannath Priya Prabhu's place whenever we go to Washington, D.C., Guru Maharaj, for years and years.
Now we'd like to hear from Gopeshwar Prabhu, Temple President of ISKCON Faridabad. Then next will be Dharmatma Prabhu. Yes, yes.
Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutle Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Nitidamne Prabhupadasya Sahityam Ye Prakash Vitiricha Pracharam Kritvan Sadhu Bhagavad Padayate Lama. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for giving me this opportunity to say a few words in this August Assembly about remembrances of our beloved life and soul, Guru Maharaj. There's one specific thing I was contemplating on. We all know among the oceanic qualities that Guru Maharaj had, Guru Maharaj was very, very insensitive. Guru Maharaj was very, very insensitive towards his own body, towards his own comforts, towards honor, dishonor, fame, defame. He was very insensitive. And I think that insensitivity was because Guru Maharaj was very sensitive about others. He was so sensitive about each and everyone. There are so many anecdotes, pastimes that many devotees have narrated. Ajay Gorakhpur told once about an ant or a fly or a dog like that. So I would like to narrate a couple of instances, personal association with Guru Maharaj, about being sensitive towards others. I remember my initial years, I was in the Govindas, sitting in the Govindas, and my father's birthday was there. We were all sitting together, and Guru Maharaj happened to walk into the Govindas, and we paid our obeisances. It was initial few years, and we were very nervous also, but Guru Maharaj blessed us all. And then he went back to his room, and after about 10 minutes, one servant came from Guru Maharaj's room carrying a garland and prasad. So Guru Maharaj specially sent garland and prasad for my father. He had already met, he had already blessed, but why did he have to do that again? So he was sensitive towards others. Then my mother is suffering from Parkinson's, cancer. She's wheelchair bound. So Guru Maharaj, whenever he would come to Faridabad, my house used to be on the second floor, he would climb up.
And he climbed up all to the second floor, despite his own, physical condition. And only for 10 seconds, Guru Maharaj met my mother. And in those 10 seconds, he said, "You have not put a heater for her?" So it was starting of winter, November. For us, it was not too cold. But Guru Maharaj was so conscious about the comforts that we need to give. Then October 21, we had a temple inauguration. So when Guru Maharaj came for temple inauguration, he was to stay there for 3-4 days, give initiation also. His program was fully packed. I never expected, I never hoped, I never said that he will come to my house. But as soon as he came, he said, "Gopishwar, I'll come to your home to meet your mother." So I was, in ecstasy and stunned, and how will I do that? And then next day, Maharaj could not come, Maharaj was busy. Next day, "Gopishwar, I'll come to your home." So 2-3 days, all the events kept on happening. He kept on telling me, "Gopishwar, I'll come to your home, I'll see your mother." I knew Maharaj will not be able to come. So finally, after the 4th day, initiation ceremony is over, Kartik Purnima, first day, Maharaj offered deep. Now he's going back to East of Kailash temple. So he says, "Gopeshwar, I'll go to your home." So while after finishing these 4 days of festivities, he climbs up all the way. It's been a very, very tough, long day for him, giving initiations, then Kartik, bidding goodbye to all devotees. He climbs up second floor, and he then meets my mother, says Hare Krishna to her, tells me he should give her Charnamrit every day, and then comes down and says, "Gopeshwar, I fulfilled all my promises." So Guru Maharaj was so conscious, so sensitive. Once in Mayapur extension, that extension hall, first floor there's a hall. So we were on a yatra, Faridabad devotees were on a yatra many years back. And then we had invited Guru Maharaj for a lecture, so Guru Maharaj came for lecture. And as soon as he entered the hall, so I was. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So at the top of my voice, I was chanting Hare Krishna and inviting everyone to chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, Maharaj, Hare Krishna. And then the initiation time in Faridabad, October 21. So Guru Maharaj was to take the interviews of Diksha candidates. And everything was ready, and we had been requesting Maharaj about last 2-3 years for initiation. Everything is set. And Maharaj comes to know that that day, that time, His Holiness B.B. Govind Swami Maharaj is expected to come to a temple. He was scheduled for the Kirtan, Mela Kirtan. So Maharaj said, "I will not do interviews." I said, "Why, Maharaj?" No, because if I do interviews, all the devotees will come here, so that will disturb the program. Maharaj is coming. They should all attend Maharaj's Kirtan. So then I had to spend a lot of time to convince Maharaj, "No, Guru Maharaj, the temple hall will be fully packed, and those who come for initiation will be called, by numbers. They will not collect here." So Maharaj had to be convinced that way. Only then Maharaj agreed, and then also he said, "Okay, make sure that everyone is attending Kirtan of Maharaj, and also please put a laptop beside me. So while I'm conducting interview, I'll also keep on attending Kirtan of Maharaj." So while the interviews kept on going, Maharaj was at the same time looking at the laptop screen, admiring the Kirtan. And later on, when he met Maharaj, he said, "Maharaj, I had this service to do, but I was also attending your Kirtan."
Hare
So
Krishna.
Maharaj is so sensitive about everyone. So please, Maharaj, bless that I could also become sensitive. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
His
Gopal
Holiness
Guru.
Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much.
So I'd like to request Dharmatma Prabhu. We'd like to request Dharmatma Prabhu. He's our temple secretary here, and he serves Guru Maharaj whenever Guru Maharaj will come to Vrindavan. Next will be Narayan Prabhu.
that I'm thinking of coming to Vrindavan tomorrow. Should I come? I said, Guru Maharaj, please come, because he didn't come to Vrindavan 6 months. He came in Kartik, and then he came last year, 22nd of April. And then he came, and then 22nd evening we went to the ISKCON Rukmini Bihar for the Pran Pratishtha and the Yagya. So we went with Guru Maharaj, we were there for some time. The next morning, Guru Maharaj was supposed to go for the opening of the Rukmini Bihar, and then he couldn't go. So I was going from here, from Goshala, and we were thinking that we will go with Guru Maharaj and do the Abhishek. So when I reached in front of Vani Ashram, he called me that please come to my room. So I went there, and he was lying on his bed, and he said that I am very tired, I couldn't go. So then we went, and then next day, then Guru Maharaj, then we were having the 50th anniversary meeting. We started 1 year before. So Guru Maharaj came to the meeting, and then everyone was saying that, Maharaj, you have to come for the 50th anniversary. And Maharaj said, yes, I will come. And then Guru Maharaj mentioned that this year is the 50th year of my GBC services. And then he said that this year is the 57 years of my services in ISKCON. Nobody can surpass that. Nobody. So then 25th, Guru Maharaj was leaving for Delhi, and I was in his room sitting there. So he got up from his chair, and I offered my obeisances, and then he said, so, are you doing okay spiritually? Are you doing okay spiritually? And I said, Guru Maharaj, I'm trying my best. So that was my last conversation with Guru Maharaj. So after that, he didn't call me, and then 29th he went to Dehradun, and then 5th of May, everything happened. But I didn't understand, I didn't get any indication that this was the last visit of Guru Maharaj. But I remembered what was his last statement, and it's still ringing in my ear, that are you doing okay spiritually? So I have to reach to that standard, and then I can say that yes, I'm doing okay spiritually. So I feel very fortunate. Guru Maharaj kept me very close, near to him. We went to so many places in Vrindavan with Guru Maharaj, so many devotees' house to take prasad, and Govardhan Parikrama here and there, so many places. And I feel very fortunate. My life is successful. One time, just one minute. So one time, I was doing the offering to Srila Prabhupada at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Guru Maharaj called me. And in first statement, he said, Dharmatma, you are my connection to Vrindavan. So it was very nice. Means I have written down everything in my diary. Every time Guru Maharaj used to come, whatever statement he used to say, I wrote in my diary exactly as it is, his statement. So I feel very fortunate, and I would like to pray to all my God brothers and God sisters to please bless me so that I can always remain in the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj and serve in Srila Prabhupada's movement. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
A short announcement here. We have 2 books, 2 new books. They're not really new, but they are new. I don't know. Achincha Veda Veda Tattva here. Srila Prabhupada Kripamurti. Go. Oh, yeah. You can show it right there. Yeah, because they can see it from here. Close up. Cameraman, close up. Can you see? Because this is live. Whatever they're seeing in the screen, they're also seeing live. Right there. This is now available. When did you launch this? Today only. A big Haribol! So this is just now in Hindi, and they will translate this in English afterwards. What else is new? I remember whenever there is a special occasion, Vyasa Puja for Guru Maharaj, there is always this books is being introduced. This is Karuna Sindhu. Can you see this? You have to adjust the camera, not me. That one? Okay. What else? Daily codes, calendar, just like we have it here in Vrindavan. This is in English and Hindi both. 100 pastimes of Guru Maharaj in Karuna Sindhu. And the Vaikunthaman. The Vaikunthaman by Sukapriya Prabhu right here. Oh, this Sukapriya Prabhu also. Jai. He was one of the servants of Guru Maharaj. Conversation with the saint. There is part 1 and part 2 of this. Specially discounted price. We're not going to tell how much. You have to go and buy it. Then you get the discount. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much. Guru Maharaj, hey!
Haribo.
Go back to the stage.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my sincere obeisances. Dandavat Pranam. So I am Narayan Das from Mauritius. My first interaction was in 1986 when I saw a video of Guru Maharaj. He was preaching vigorously in Canada. So I became really impressed and accepted him as my spiritual master. I got initiated in 1987. I joined Juhu, ISKCON Juhu, Mumbai on 7th of March 1987. After 1 week, I got initiated in Mayapur. After 1 week, Maharaj gave me initiation. And he told me, you dedicate your life for preaching and book distribution. After 1 year, I went back to Mauritius. I had some visa problems. So Maharaj phoned me. And he told me, you have to come back to India. I said, Maharaj, no, I'm going to stay in Mauritius for some time. He said, no, you should come back to India. If you don't come back, I'm going to come to Mauritius to fetch you and bring you back to India. So in 1988, Maharaj phoned me again. I told Maharaj, no, I won't come back. I have so many preaching activities in Mauritius. So next, 1 year after, Maharaj gave me a surprise visit. He came to Mauritius, and in the early morning, he phoned me, Hare Krishna Narayan Prabhu, how are you? I said, Maharaj, I'm fine, how are you? And he asked me, do you know where I am? I said, Maharaj, you are in India. I said, no, I am in your country, in Mauritius. I'm just phoning you from your country, I'm here. I started to tremble. Are Baba, Maharaj is here. You come to see me and get ready, we are going back to India. So Maharaj did some preaching activities. We organized some programs for him. And all his program was fully choked. Everyone was running after him. At such a point that one Prabhupada disciple said, we are scared. Gopal Krishna Maharaj is in Mauritius. The whole island will run after him. He will initiate everyone. And Maharaj said, Prabhupada told, Maharaj said, Prabhupada told him in 1975, you must visit Mauritius. But at that time, he was not free. He had so many responsibilities in India. But Maharaj started coming. Then he told me, you don't have to come back to India. You stay here as my ambassador. You stay here. I'm going to come here every year for preaching. He started preaching. So he was not the GBC for Mauritius, but he gave immense preaching there. He did immense preaching to boost up the yatra. And Srila Prabhupada said, Mauritius can become the first Krishna conscious country of the world. And Maharaj has done a lot for that. It is coming very soon. He came to Mauritius in 1992. I became the Sankirtan leader. And he told me, you have to push for book distribution. On the 31st of December, after midnight, from midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning, we distributed 60 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam within 3 hours. We break the record. In Africa, we did the best. We came first. And recently, after Maharaj's departure, I felt heartbroken. He was my inspiration. I was crying at a point. I told Maharaj, why did you leave us so early? But in the dream I saw, he was embracing me tightly. Don't worry, I am with you. Continue with your service. Do book distribution. Push. Do what you can do and spread Srila Prabhupada's books everywhere in Mauritius. Jayadhar Maharaj was recently in Mauritius for a book marathon. And Maharaj said, let us stop with me. I said, Maharaj, I already pledged for 108. Maharaj said, it's okay. What about others? But something came in my mind. Maharaj told me, double it. 216. And again, Maharaj said, triple it. 324. I said, Maharaj, how am I going to do it? Don't worry, I will do it. You will be my instrument. On the 1st of January for Mangal Arati, I was praying to Maharaj. Maharaj, you told me to distribute 324 Bhagavad Gita. How I am going to do it? Right after Mangal Arati, someone phoned me. Prabhuji, can you bring one box of Bhagavad Gita? I said, it's okay. In my mind, I was thinking, you should double it. After 10 minutes, he said again, Prabhuji, 2 boxes. After 10 minutes, he said, 3 boxes. I said, Jai, Hari Bol. It's achieved, it's done. A whole BBT store, no Bhagavad Gita is there. We finished all the Bhagavad Gitas. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki. Nitai Gaur Hari Pramanande. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu. We'd like to call on Rukmini Krishna Prabhu. Rukmini Krishna Prabhu, are you there? How about Krishna Priya Prabhu? Is he back? Is Krishna Priya Prabhu there? Maybe not. Thank you, Narayan Prabhu. He's one of the senior-most disciples of Guru Maharaj in Mauritius. Actually, he's one of the main leaders there.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Namane Prabhupada Sahityamya Prakashe Vitirja Pacharam Kitman Sadhu Bhagavad Padaya Te Nama. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. I was not expecting my name to be called. It was a pleasant surprise. So thank you very much. So since yesterday we have been hearing the glories of Guru Maharaj. So it's so nectarian. Like I was remembering, whenever Guru Maharaj used to be present in the Disappearance festival of Srila Prabhupada, Maharaj, never narrated his own dealings with Prabhupada. Maharaj always glorified Prabhupada. And at the end, Maharaj always used to say that today is the day we should rededicate ourselves. In all the Disappearance festivals which I attended, I always heard Maharaj saying this, we should rededicate today. So I was contemplating on this, that now we were not expecting that we'll be celebrating Disappearance festival of our dear Guru Maharaj so soon. But now, today also, all disciples, we should try to meditate on this line, that we should rededicate our lives to our Guru Maharaj's mission. So Maharaj was like Gopeshwar Prabhu said, he was totally insensitive towards himself. He was very, very strict with himself and very, very broad-minded, very, very big-hearted for others. Few months back I went to Dehradun. So the caretaker, their devotees, they were telling me that in the last bureau meeting in Dehradun, so they were requesting Maharaj to give Bhagavatam class. So Maharaj saying, no, I won't give you, tell this Maharaj, that Maharaj, they will give Bhagavatam class. So devotee was saying, Maharaj, you should give. Then when they pressed too much, Maharaj said, I don't think I am qualified enough to give Bhagavatam class. So devotees were surprised, Maharaj, why? Then he said, because for the last few days, I've not been able to perform my deity worship properly. So I don't think I'm fit enough to give Bhagavatam class. This is the kind of standards he used to maintain for himself. And for others, he was very, very lenient. Like Maharaj, opened so many Govinda restaurants, but never ate himself. And whenever we used to go, he tested me a few times. Did you have prasad? Like he was always very caring. Yes, Maharaj, I'll take. So I can ask the Govinda, you can go there and take prasad. No, Maharaj, I don't take. So he was just testing me whether I'm ready to take prasad in Govinda or not. That way. And Maharaj, like I had fortune of traveling with him many times. And the more I am traveling and trying to do justification to the responsibility he has given me, and more I am realizing his greatness. So I am traveling to around 6-7 temples in this North India. And when I come back and the devotees meet me, frankly speaking, I forget from which temple this devotee belongs. He is from Rohini, Punjabi Bagh or Chandigarh, I forget. But Maharaj's memory was so fine. He always used to remember this person is from this. And any one person, if he used to meet in Vrindavan, he used to recall. He is from Delhi, he is from Punjabi Bagh, he is from Rohini, and he used to ask, when are you going back? So this was his wonderful memory. And more I am seeing that how he was so sensitive in dealing with others. He used to tell management means solving the problems. But he used to solve the problem with so much of sensitivity. And like in one location, in one temple, some devotees came to him and they were complaining about some other devotee. Maharaj, this devotee is doing this service, but he is not doing properly. And we are suspecting some misappropriation of funds and all those things. Maharaj called that devotee and he said, I heard that all these things are going on and there are some charges that His Holiness Bhakti Ashray Vaishnav Sai Maharaj ki jai. So I heard that devotees are saying that you are misappropriating funds also. Then that devotee started shouting, Maharaj, Seva le lo, main nahi karunga, Seva bahut ho gaya, itna humne जीवन diya, ye diya. He started shouting like that. So Maharaj said, don't shout. अगर इसमें सच है तो अपने आप को ठीक कर लो, अगर ये गलत है तो भूल जाओ. So, very short, in one line, the problem was solved, and the devotee became silent. So that way, many incidences are there which show he was very, very sensitive.
Now, he always gave respect to everyone. That's how he won the heart of people. So he was never disrespectful even to the person, even to the devotee who has committed blunders.
Even to that devotee also he used to be respectful. And he always taught me that if the devotees who are annoyed with you, that means they need your more time and attention. So that was the tip he gave. There's always some devotees here, because we are not perfect. If we are trying to do some management, there will be some devotees who will be annoyed with us, with our decisions, with our actions. So Maharaj said, those who are annoyed, you should give them more time, you should be more sensitive with them. So daily, I am remembering Maharaj's instructions that I should become more sensitive. Maharaj was an ideal example how one should be strict with himself. His sadhana, we all know, his deity worship, and his dealing with himself. Like yesterday, Ajay Gaurang Prabhu was saying, he used to respect Vaishnavas, not formally, not officially. Right from the deepest core of his heart, he used to have respect for the devotees. He was a genuine Vaishnava. He was a genuine representative of Krishna. He was a genuine leader. Like I remember incidents in the Corona time when His Grace Pankaj Nagare Prabhu left the world and his body was being taken out from in the Mayapur, and Maharaj was watching online from his room, and he saw His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj on the first floor of Lotus building. So Maharaj lifted from his sofa and offered obeisances to Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, which he was saying online. So that is the kind of respect he used to have for his god brothers. Like yesterday, Ajay Gaurang Prabhu was saying, there's no need, Maharaj, they are not watching you. But Maharaj had so much of respect. From his seat, he got up and offered respects to Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So that's how he is teaching us that how we should be respectful to our god brothers, to our seniors. And the last meeting I had with Maharaj on 28th of April. So Maharaj, there was some dispute, and Maharaj gave 3 instructions. Maharaj said, all these are disputes amongst devotees are because of the false ego. And second, he said, whatever you do, you should always think beforehand, this action will be pleasing to my Guru Maharaj or not. And third thing, he said, unity is more important than personal ambitions. So let's pray to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj that we can follow his instructions and we'll keep on celebrating his disappearance days, but these instructions should never disappear from our heart. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you, Rukmani Krishna Prabhu. Now I would like to hear from Krishna Priya Prabhu. This is too loud. Why it became too loud? Hare. Krishna Priya Prabhu, as we've heard from yesterday, and many of you also witnessed,
He was like constant companion of Guru Maharaj, especially while Guru Maharaj is in Delhi. Dr. Krishna Priya Prabhu. Next will be Chaitanya Hari Prabhu from Canada.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutle Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namane Prabhupadasya Sahityam Asya Vitirecha Pracharam Kritvan Sadhu Bhagavat Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutle Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश योग्यता विचारे किछु नहीं पाए तोमार करुणा सार। तो योग्यता नहीं है, जो गुरु महाराज मुझे अपने साथ रखते थे ये उनकी करुणा ही है, क्योंकि वो देखते थे कि जैसे माँ होती है जो सबसे नालायक बच्चा होता है, कुछ नहीं करने वाला होता, तो ज़्यादा अपने पास रखती है उसको। ऐसे ही गुरु महाराज थे और मैं इस मामले में भाग्यशाली हूँ को इतना संग मिला, लेकिन ना योग्यता होने के कारण मैं उसका पूरा लाभ नहीं उठा पाया। तो महाराज का सबसे पहले जो मेरा मिलन हुआ वो था 1984 में। गुरु महाराज एक हाउस प्रोग्राम में आए थे ईस्ट दिल्ली में, और उस लोकेलिटी का नाम है आनंद विहार। वहाँ पे एक हमारे जो सारा भाई कंपनी के मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थे वो रहते थे, उन्होंने बुलाया था उनको अपने घर में, और मुझे भी उन्होंने इनविटेशन दिया कि ऐसे हिज होलिनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज आ रहे हैं और आप भी आओ। तो तब तक मेरा कोई संबंध नहीं था इस्कॉन से भी, और मेरा उसका जाने का कोई मेरा पर्पस भी नहीं था। लेकिन वो क्या है, मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थोड़ा सा बड़े दिल का था और मुझे बहुत सारी दवाइयाँ दे देता था फ्री में, और मैं उस वक्त प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था। तो मैंने कहा चलो चलते हैं, दवाइयाँ तो मिल जाएंगी, जो भी है प्रोग्राम। तो मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि मेरा कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं था इसमें, स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में। तो जब वहाँ भी गया तो जब सारा अंदर प्रोग्राम चल रहा है, मैं उसके बरामदे में ही बैठा रहा, मुझे कोई लेना देना नहीं कि क्या हो रहा है। फिर आखिर में ये सुनाई दिया कि महाराज कह रहे हैं एनी क्वेश्चंस। तो मैं तो चैलेंजिंग था ही, तो मैं गया, अंदर गया। तब शायद मैं तब तक अंदर ही आ गया था, ख़त्म होने वाला था प्रोग्राम। तो मैंने हाथ खड़ा किया, मैंने कहा आप ये डंडा लेके क्यों घूमते रहते हो? तो महाराज ने भी तपाक से उत्तर दिया, आप जैसे लोगों के सिर के ऊपर मारने के लिए। तपाक से उत्तर दिया, पहले एकदम रिटॉर्ट किया, लेकिन बाद में फिर कहते हैं कि तुम्हें इतनी भी समझ नहीं है, हैं? ये सन्यासी का दंड है, ये सन्यास का सिंबल है, तुम्हें इतनी भी समझ नहीं है। तो वहीं पे मतलब मुझे आभास कराया कि मूर्ख हो तुम्हें इतना भी पता नहीं है। तो ये मेरा पहला उनके साथ वो था, मिलन था। और उसके बाद फिर यही व्यक्ति ने मुझे लाइफ मेंबर बनाया। लाइफ मेंबर बना मैं तो फिर मेरा तभी भी कोई इतना रुझान नहीं था। लाइफ मेंबर बन गया इसीलिए क्योंकि इन्होंने कहा कि आपको 3 दिन रहने के लिए मिलेगा सब जगह, सारी दुनिया में। वही मेरा वही इंटरेस्ट था। तो फिर दिसंबर का महीना आया तो मैंने कहा ये तो कार्ड है, इसको यूज़ करना चाहिए। तो मैंने कहा मैं बॉम्बे कभी नहीं गया, और बॉम्बे है भी बहुत दूर, बड़ा शहर है, वहाँ चलते हैं और गेस्ट हाउस में रहेंगे मज़े से जाके। तो मैं यहाँ से टिकट करा के बॉम्बे पहुँच गया, और बाई चांस जो है वहाँ पे गुरु महाराज थे। तो जब मैं वहाँ पे गया रिसेप्शन पे तो कहते हैं कहाँ से आए हो, आप किसके डिसाइपल हो? मैंने अभी कोई दीक्षा नहीं ली थी। मैंने कहा मैं हिज होलिनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज का डिसाइपल हूँ। तो अच्छा, तो वो कोई व्यक्ति मुझे ले गया सीधा, मुझे तो पता नहीं था यहाँ होंगे। वो ले गया महाराज के कमरे में, और महाराज को मैंने जब प्रणाम किया तो महाराज भी पहचान गए। अच्छा तुम दिल्ली से हो? पहचान गए एकदम। तो कहते उन्होंने अरेंजमेंट कर दिया, जो टेम्पल महामंत्र प्रभु को भी मैं मिला था तब। तो टेम्पल हॉल है जो हमारा बॉम्बे में, तो साइड में कमरे होते थे ना, टीसी कहते थे उसे, टेम्पल के साथ के कमरे होते थे, तो वहाँ पे मेरा अरेंजमेंट कर दिया। तो सुबह सुबह जब मैं नींद में ही था तो मुझे शंख की आवाज़ सुनाई दी। तो पहली बार मैंने शंख की आवाज़ सुनी। मैं तो शंख की आवाज़ ही नहीं सुनी थी, क्योंकि वहाँ से आवाज़ आती है कमरे में पूरी। जब भी मंगल आरती हुई तो मैं उठ के आया, मैंने कहा ये क्या है। तो खैर फिर 2-3 दिन रहा और महामंत्र प्रभु मुझे मिले, और महाराज ने इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया था। तो महामंत्र प्रभु ने इतना अच्छा मुझे प्रचार किया कि मैंने कहा ठीक है मैं तो फुल टाइम बन जाऊंगा। इतने अच्छे प्रचारक थे, एक दिन में ही वो मुझे बनाने को तैयार थे। तो मैं गुरु महाराज के पास गया, मैंने कहा महाराज मैं तो यहीं रहूंगा, मैं तो फुल टाइम ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ। कहते नहीं 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 नहीं, यहाँ ज्वाइन नहीं करना तुम्हें, दिल्ली जाओ तुम वापस। तो फिर मैं दिल्ली आ गया वापस। तो खैर मतलब फिर शादी हो गई मेरी। शादी होने के बाद फिर मेरी वाइफ जो है वो तो दीक्षित नहीं थी, तो लेकिन मैं शादी में ज़्यादा पड़ गया, तो चैंटिंग वगैरह सब छूट गई। तो फिर जब मैं गुरु महाराज के पास गया अपनी वाइफ को लेके, तो महाराज ने कहा तुम्हारे ऊपर मेरा लोन है, तुमने 2 साल से चैंटिंग नहीं की, 16 माला और इंटू 2 ईयर्स, इतना लोन है तुम्हारे ऊपर जप का। तो मैं तो घबरा गया। महाराज ने कहा लेकिन मैं वो सारा लोन माफ करता हूं क्योंकि तुमने अपनी वाइफ को भक्त बनाया है। ये हमारे गुरु महाराज है ना, ये हमारे गुरु महाराज हैं। तो मेरी वाइफ भी बड़ी खुश हुई, क्योंकि साथ में उसके एक डाउट था, तो उन्होंने पकड़ लिया। कहते हैं तुम अगर इसका साथ दोगी भक्ति में तो इसको कभी भी मैं सन्यास नहीं दूंगा। तो यही उसके मन में डर था कि तो सन्यासी बन जाएंगे ये तो बड़ी खुश हो गई वो। तो कहती मेरा आंसर मिल गया। तो ये गुरु महाराज मतलब सब जानते हैं, जैसे कई डिवोटीज ने बोला कि वो जानते हैं, सब कुछ जानते हैं, सब कुछ। कई बार मैं उनके पास जाता था कोई प्रॉब्लम लेके, और वो मुझे ये बोलते थे कृष्ण महाराज तुम यही सोच रहे हो ना। कई बार ऐसे हुआ। तो जानते हैं वो, क्योंकि शास्त्रों में भी कहा है ना कि परमात्मा जो है वो आप उनकी बात सुनते नहीं हैं, तो वही जो है गुरु के रूप में बाहर आ जाता है। तो फिर जब मेरा चल रहा था, क्लिनिक चल रहा था, गुरु महाराज हमारे क्लिनिक में भी आए। तो क्लिनिक में आए तो उन्होंने मुझे एक बहुत अच्छा लेसन दिया। उन्होंने मेरा जो टेबल था उसमें ऐसे 2 उंगलियां मारी, ऐसे दिखाया, सो मच डर्ट, डॉक्टर शुड बी वेरी क्लीन, क्लिनिक शुड बी वेरी क्लीन। देखो मुझे इंस्ट्रक्शंस दी उन्होंने कि भाई, तो गुरु महाराज बेटर डॉक्टर थे मेरे से। जैसे लोग कहते हैं कि भाई मैं गुरु महाराज को डॉक्टर के पास लेके जाता था, लेकिन महाराज लेके जाते थे। वो चाहते थे कि भी मेरा ये जो डॉक्टर से है जो संबंध बना रहे। तो एनीवे तुम्हारे क्लिनिक में भी आए, तो उन दिनों में फिर मैंने प्रीचिंग भी शुरू कर दी थी। फिर प्रीचिंग शुरू की तो भगवान की कृपा से मेरा कलेक्शन अच्छा हो रहा था। तो फिर गुरु महाराज मुझे पंजाबी बाग में मिले। अभी उन्होंने बाहर जाना था, जिन दिनों में जाते हैं जुलाई के आसपास, जून जुलाई, तो पंजाबी बाग में मिले और मुझे कहा कि Krishna Priya, why don't you join full time and help in constructing the temple? तो मैंने कहा ठीक है महाराज। और फिर जो है 92 में हम वहाँ पे त्रिकालय के प्रभु थे तब टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट, तो महाराज तो कह के चले गए, तो फिर त्रिकालय प्रभु ने अपने हाथ में ले लिया बीड़ा। वो मुझे रोज़ बुलाते थे, मैं तब रोहिणी में रहता था, रोज़ रोहिणी से मुझे बुलाते थे और प्रचार करते थे कि तुमको ज्वाइन करो। मैं क्योंकि पोस्टपोन कर रहा था, मैं कह रहा था ये काम हो जाए वो काम हो जाए, क्लिनिक को मैं जो है माइंड अप कर दूँ, मेरी बेटी है वो उसका स्कूल हो जाए वो जो उन्होंने कहा कुछ नहीं। तो फिर 92 में हमने उन्होंने एक किराए का मकान भी उन्होंने अरेंज किया। त्रिकालय के प्रभु ने बहुत हेल्प किया मेरा इसको फुल टाइम ज्वाइन करने में। फिर फुल टाइम ज्वाइन कर लिया 92 में। फिर 95 में ज़्यादा जो है क्लोज गुरु महाराज के में आया, जब उनको एंजाइना हुआ, उनको महाराज को यहाँ पे चेस्ट पेन हुआ 95 में, और गुरु महाराज डॉक्टर के पास जा रहे थे, तो मैंने खुद ही ऑप्ट किया। मैंने कहा गुरु महाराज मैं साथ चलूँ आपके? तो महाराज पहले तो चुप हो गए, कहते अच्छा चलो नो प्रॉब्लम। तो हम एम्स में डॉक्टर, मुझे अभी तक याद है, डॉक्टर मनचंदा थे, कार्डियोलॉजी के हेड थे वो, उनके पास गए तो उन्होंने ईसीजी वगैरह की और उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं ठीक है, कुछ ऐसा नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप जाओ। महाराज बाहर जा रहे थे, जब भी गुरु महाराज बाहर जाते थे आउट ऑफ इंडिया तो बहुत अच्छी तरह से हेल्थ चेकअप करा के जाते थे, हमेशा आइज़ का चेकअप, ये चेकअप, सारे जो उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो सब जाते थे डॉक्टर के पास। और ये वैसे अमेजिंग बात है, महाराज सब कुछ करते थे, इतना बड़ा मैनेजमेंट, अपने हेल्थ का भी ध्यान रखते थे, डॉक्टर्स के पास भी जाते थे, कैसे करते थे, इट्स अमेजिंग, कैसे मैनेज करते थे वो टाइम से। एनीवे तो फिर उन्होंने कहा कि आप जा सकते हो, तो महाराज चले गए। फिर वहाँ जाके गुरु महाराज को दोबारा हुआ ये पेन, और वहाँ पे डॉक्टर्स ने फिर उनका एंजियोप्लास्टी किया। एंजियोप्लास्टी मतलब जो हार्ट होता है उसको जो सप्लाई करती हैं, जो वेन्स सप्लाई करते हैं, उसी में उसको उसमें एक स्प्रिंग सा डाल देते हैं ताकि वो बड़ी हो जाए, ब्लॉक हो जाता है वो। तो वहाँ से फिर फ़ोन आया कि ऐसे ऐसे हुआ है महाराज। तो महाराज मुझे हमेशा कांटेक्ट में रखते थे। उसके बाद फिर जब यहाँ आए तो यहाँ आके दोबारा हो गया उनको, मतलब ये तीसरी बार हो गया ना, पहले गए थे तभी हुआ, उसको इग्नोर किया, वहाँ जाके उसकी ट्रीटमेंट की, दोबारा हो गया। फिर महामंत्र प्रभु और मैं, हमने डॉक्टर अशोक सेठ जो बहुत ही अच्छे कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट हैं उनको पकड़ा।
2 more minutes, please.
ओके, थैंक यू। तो आगे बढ़ जाते हैं। तो इस तरह से चलता रहा, और महाराज जब भी कोई भी मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम होती थी और मुझे वो कंसर्न करते थे, बुलाते थे। जब भी मुझे बुलाते थे तो मुझे पता था कि महाराज का कोई मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम है। और हमेशा फिर वो हमारे अद्वैताचार्य प्रभु हैं, उनसे भी टच में रखते थे कि ताकि मेरे वहाँ जो हुआ है वो इनको पता हो सारे। तो इस तरह से फिर आखिर तक हम रहे। महाराज की धीरे धीरे जो है हेल्थ जो है डिटेरियोरेट करती गई, इन द सेंस कि उनको और भी कई प्रॉब्लम्स हो गई। जैसे 2015 में हार्ट की प्रॉब्लम तो चल ही रही थी, बीच बीच में दोबारा हुई, लेकिन 2015 में फिर उनको ये भी हो गया, जो मसल्स उनकी स्टिफ होनी शुरू हो गई। लेकिन महाराज बिल्कुल रुके नहीं और दवाई ले रहे थे और सब करते रहे थे। और फिर आपको पता है कि लास्ट में जो देहरादून जब जाना था, महाराज की हेल्थ बहुत ख़राब थी हर तरह से। तो हम सब लोग कह रहे थे महाराज मत जाओ, आप मत जाओ, क्योंकि वहाँ फैसिलिटीज़ भी नहीं है, अगर कुछ हो गया तो वहाँ फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं है, इतनी दूर है। और वो एक डेफिनेटली कारण बना, क्योंकि जिस हॉस्पिटल में गुरु महाराज गए उसमें फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं थी, क्योंकि इससे पहले इससे ज़्यादा गुरु महाराज की हालत ख़राब हुई थी जब यहाँ थे वो। तो एस्कॉर्ट्स में उनको वापस रिकवर कर गए थे, वहाँ पे वो हॉस्पिटल में फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं थी। एनीवे तो गुरु महाराज जिसने सबने कहा वो तो योद्धा हैं, वॉरियर हैं, तो उनको तो कोई डर नहीं था, सबने कहा, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा नहीं मैं जाऊँगा। और बिल्कुल जैसे योद्धा होता है लड़ाई के मैदान में उन्होंने अपना आखिरी सांस लिया। तो आज के दिन मैं गुरु महाराज से यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि मुझे जो है आखिरी दम तक अपने चरणों में बनाए रखें। और जैसे उन्होंने अपनी विल में लिखा है कि आप हमेशा इस्कॉन में रहो, जीबीसी को फॉलो करो, तो सारी जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं उनकी विल में मैं उसको फॉलो कर सकूं। हरे कृष्णा।
जय
श्रील भागवत पाद तिरुभाग महा महोत्सव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hari Bol. So I'd like to request Chaitanya Hari Prabhu from Vancouver, Canada. And then it'll be followed by Parijata Mataji from US. She's there? Yeah, US. You want me to say Canada?
So Jai Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams to everyone. I just wanted to share one of my favorite memories of Guru Maharaj. This was maybe 23, 24 years ago, early 2000s. And at that time, Guru Maharaj would give multiple hour classes, multiple times a day. So easily one class could be 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, and he would do this 2 or 3, 4 times a day. Programs when he would come visit us would be, you would plan your whole day, or if he's there for a few days, he's there for a week, every day was there with Guru Maharaj. He was so powerful that he could go the entire day speaking. So easily 3 to 4 programs, wherein each one was a 2-hour class. So at the time we were traveling with Guru Maharaj, we were in one Western Canadian city. He had just finished the morning program on his last day there. And he had given a very long class that day, but now he was late for the next program, which also needed to finish on time because he was leaving that day for the next city. So as the program finished, he had rushed to the car and he had left to go to the lunch program. And in those days, it was just Guru Maharaj and Janardhan Maharaj traveling. Guru Maharaj was in this first car, and Janardhan Maharaj, though at that time he was not yet Maharaj, he and I were in the second car. Guru Maharaj had left the temple, and there were so many vehicles of devotees leaving with him. We had left shortly after, as we were packing his luggage at the time. And for anybody who's helped with that service, you know it's always at the last minute. So we had left much later than Guru Maharaj had. So when we finally got to the lunch program, Guru Maharaj was there. He was standing on his own in the street looking up at the house. And so if it was just like this walkway here, he would be where these cameras are. The house is here, and he was just watching. Nobody was there. There was people walking past him, going into the house. Many guests were coming. Everybody was there, and he was trying to catch everybody's attention. So immediately we stopped the car and jumped out, and Janardhan Maharaj had run over. And Guru Maharaj even stopped him from walking any closer, because the whole sidewalk was covered in ants. So he kept saying, "Don't walk there, don't walk there." And he had everybody, he was saying, "Don't hurt the ants, don't hurt the ants." And we actually had to brush the ants from the sidewalk in front of him just so that he could make his way into the house. So for me, being born and raised in ISKCON, growing up reading, hearing all the pastimes of such great personalities, and I just barely, started school or college at that time. This was the first example of a story coming to life, and something you've read about your entire life happening right in front of you. So by then, the devotees inside had noticed the commotion, started to come outside and see what was happening. And Guru Maharaj immediately stopped and he asked everyone, "Did you not see the ants?" And once he was inside, he gave his class, and he's always asks everybody when he sees and he greets us how many rounds they've chanted. Only this time he would always ask everybody, had they seen the ants outside before they'd come in. He was so, as the theme has been so far this morning, so sensitive, so compassionate, so cognizant of everything around him, that even as he's managing, as he's doing this, he's giving class, he was still concerned about the ants outside, that nobody had been walking on them as they were coming late to the program. Just wanted to share this memory. It always reminds me of Guru Maharaj, just how how amazing he was that he could do everything, but even the smallest living entity was still on his mind, and he would try his best to protect them.
Despite everything else he was doing. So, Jai Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Chaitanya Hari Prabhu. I'd like to call upon Parijata Mataji. The next one will be Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu from Shira Mayapur.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to our beloved Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Janardhan Maharaj, for giving this opportunity. I would like to just recall an incident that happened 10 years ago. It was 2015. I met Guru Maharaj in Baltimore, during his yearly visit to the USA. And every year when I meet Guru Maharaj, I basically come up with some crazy project and I tell him, Guru Maharaj, I want to do this, I want to do that. And always he tells me, Parijata, just do what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? Don't deviate from that. So this time, by the time I know that Guru Maharaj is not going to approve any of my projects, so I thought, okay, let me at least ask, can I come and see you during your Vyasa Puja? Because my Shiksha Guru, Gita Mataji, has spoken so much about the Vyasa Puja, how grand it used to be in Delhi, etc. So I wanted to come and see the Vyasa Puja. And Guru Maharaj, that day, he said, okay, but how will you come? I said, okay, I will come to Chennai, and from Chennai, I'll take, along with my cousin. She's also a devotee of Guru Maharaj. So I told that I'll take my cousin's help, and we both will come to Delhi. I will inform you, Guru Maharaj, the details. Then I booked the tickets, we booked the room, and we did everything, and then we came to Delhi. The flight was delayed, so we came late in the night. We had dinner, and then we happily went to sleep. But meanwhile, Guru Maharaj was expecting my call. I didn't know that. I was so ignorant, I didn't inform him. I thought Guru Maharaj knows that I'm here, kind of. But then Urmila Mataji was with Guru Maharaj at the time, looks like in the evening time. And Guru Maharaj asked Urmila Mataji that, do you know Parijata? And have you seen her? Did she come here? Did she reach here? Because I don't know Hindi, and I speak Tamil and English, my regional language. So he was very much worried, and he was so compassionate, he was so anxious. Multiple times he has asked Urmila Mataji whether I have reached, whether she has seen me, can she contact me, and what's going on. He wanted to really find out, am I safely, did I arrive, and am I here? I didn't know that, and we had dinner and we went to sleep. And next day morning, we went to Mangalarti. We saw Guru Maharaj performing the Mangalarti. And during Tulasi Puja, Urmila Mataji met me and he said, hey, I went and paid my obeisances to her. And she said, Parijata, you're the Parijata, right? I said, yes. Yes, Mataji, we met in Atlanta. And then she said, oh, Guru Maharaj was inquiring about you. He was so much worried about you. And he was very anxious to know whether you have reached safely. So I said, oh, I didn't know. I have to inform Guru Maharaj. Okay, Mataji, I will try to meet him and I'll try to let him know. I was so ignorant that I thought maybe there will be hundreds of people, maybe thousands, but it turned out to be 50,000 people were there. I didn't know how to go and contact Guru Maharaj. Then finally, by end of the day, Urmila Mataji again came for rescue. She somehow pushed me onto the stage and said, okay, go and meet Guru Maharaj. Then Guru Maharaj saw me. I offered the flowers, and Guru Maharaj saw me, and he said, oh, you came. I said, yes, Guru Maharaj. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And then I left the stage. And next day morning, during the Shringar Aarti, we were praying. Not many disciples were there. We were there, and then we were so into the program, I didn't notice who was standing next to me. Then suddenly, I felt somebody was standing next to me and trying to talk to me. And then I turned around. I saw Guru Maharaj standing next to me. I couldn't believe myself. We just paid our obeisance. And then I told Guru Maharaj, sorry, we couldn't inform you. And then he said, okay, after the program, come and meet me. So after the program, he sent his, still he was not sure that I will know where he is and whatnot. So he sent his assistant at the time, and he asked me to come and meet him. So we went and met him. And he was so compassionate, he was so merciful. And that's when they started the Kurukshetra project. And from North America, we were all contributing to the Kurukshetra project. So he was kind enough to give me the invite for the groundbreaking ceremony. He autographed and he gave. And he spent some time with me and my cousin Leela Vasni there. And then he said, wait, the Kurukshetra people will come now. The project manager is going to come. You can hand off the Lakshmi yourself. And then we met the Kurukshetra team members, and we handed off the Lakshmi to them. And then he said, did you go and see the Bhagavad Gita, the robotic thing that was going on, the exhibition? I said, no, Guru Maharaj. He said, okay, go and, I'll tell my assistant and you can go and see that. So we watched that and we came out. And me and my cousin were conversing in Tamil, and we were talking how merciful is Guru Maharaj, etc. And then suddenly Mataji came near, approached me, and she was asking, oh, are you Parijata? I said, yes. Oh, Guru Maharaj was so worried about you all afternoon yesterday. He was telling us that you will be coming, but you didn't, let us know when you are coming, etc. So we were all worried about you. I felt so bad that I made Guru Maharaj so, worried and, being anxious. I made him be anxious about me, of all the people in the world, right? So I'm sure if he has been worried about me coming from Chennai to Delhi, because I don't know Hindi, and how I'm going to get to ISKCON and how I'm going to meet him in person, then I'm 100% sure he's also waiting there in the spiritual world, anxiously for all of us to go back to him and meet him and to be with him. I just pray to Guru Maharaj, give us the determination to follow his instructions and not deviate from the spiritual path. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Then it will be followed by Sundar Gopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. So, I have known Guru Maharaj since my birth, and my name as Chaitanya was given by Guru Maharaj in my Namakarana Samskar. My first very strong impression of Guru Maharaj was when my grandmother left her body. So that night, Guru Maharaj came to Mumbai in Meera Road, and devotees mentioned, oh, Janmashtami Prabhu's mother has left her body. And we had just finished all the cremations and everything. We came back home. We got the news, Guru Maharaj is coming home. He came there. I very clearly remember he was standing in the doorstep. He put his tridanda very firmly on the ground and said, I have come to take your mother back home, back to Godhead. She was also the disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj. Then in 2005, I took Diksha from Guru Maharaj, and it was very random. We approached Guru Maharaj. He said, Guru Maharaj, I had finished my schooling and I had started going to a Gurukul in Mumbai. It was a Madhva Sampradaya. It was not connected with ISKCON, but it was a Gurukul. So the idea was I would come to Mayapur, and I would study Bhakti Shastri, go back to this Gurukul. When I was studying there, when Guru Maharaj yearly program, he comes to Gaura Purnima festival, I showed him my certificate, that I passed very nicely. So he was so happy. He said, "You should not leave Mayapur now. You should not go back to Mumbai." And he was telling this thing, he was asking my father to put me in Gurukul since I was 5 years old. So I said, "Guru Maharaj, I would be very happy if I am able to join Mayapur Gurukul." He said, "Don't worry, I will speak to your father." So when my parents came, he told my father, "At least now, you should put him in Gurukul." So my father agreed. I was put in Gurukul. And in 2006, there was a deity installation ceremony in Ujjain. I was one of the big boys in Gurukul. I was 17, 18 years old. And I was doing a lot, I was helping a lot. But because I did not have second initiation, I could not go inside the altar. And Guru Maharaj was noticing me. I saw many times he would just look at me. And I was standing outside the altar gate. And the whole prana pratishtha and everything happened. And I was just standing just in case if, something needs to be brought or something like that. And then Guru Maharaj came to me. He said, "Come to Mayapur, I'll give you your second initiation." So, when Guru Maharaj came that year during Gaura Purnima festival, during Navadip Mandal Parikrama, he said, "You come in the evening with a Brahman thread and maybe get a recommendation letter from the principal of the school." I said, "Okay, Guru Maharaj." So I got a letter. Guru Maharaj said, "You brought a letter?" I said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj, here." He said, "I don't need to see, just you brought it, that's enough." And then he gave me the Brahman thread. He chanted the mantra in my ear. He said, "Wherever there is yajna, you sit there." So I got my first initiation, second initiation in front of Guru Maharaj's deities in his room. And never got a yajna done for my initiation. Then one time we were just sitting with Guru Maharaj, just having a very, very casual talk. And one of the discussions was, we get this one date ras. It's called Khejur Rosh. There are lots of date trees during Gaura Purnima season or during the winter season. What they do, they take the sap out from the tree. And we figured out that Guru Maharaj loves it. And he said, "Oh, I used to drink this when I was a Grihastha." So I asked Guru Maharaj, "Would you like to have?" And he said, "Oh, I would love to." So the next day I brought for him. He tasted. He says, "Wow, this tastes so good. Guru Maharaj, can I bring this for you every day?" He said, and then he immediately became thoughtful. And he said, "Are you sure? Are you sure you can do this?" I said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, it's available. I just have to go on the road and get it." I said, "It won't disturb your service in Gurukul?" "No, Guru Maharaj." "Are you sure?" "Yes, Guru Maharaj." "Okay, then you can bring." So he was always, his personal life was not very meaningful for himself. Then
2 more minutes, please.
Oh, okay. So one day again in a very casual talk, I said, "Guru Maharaj, you are now 70 plus. You have any plans for retirement?" And without even thinking, or wasting a moment, he said, "No." I said, "Guru Maharaj, it's a good plan. You have done enough. There are lots of devotees." And he just pat my head and he said, "It's not easy to run a worldwide movement." And at that time I was thinking, how difficult, it's not all on Guru Maharaj's head. So many people are involved. But when he left, a letter came. It said, ISKCON Bureau will have a new chairman after 40 years. That's when I realized what he meant, that it's not easy to run a worldwide movement. Last thing, one point he asked Jananivas Prabhu. He said, Prabhuji, he's the head pujari in Mayapur. He said, Prabhu, after my retirement, I would love to become a pujari here in Mayapur. Is that okay? Would you allow me? And Jananivas Prabhu said, for us, you are not a GBC. For us, you are our pujari. So now, he has retired, and we believe he is a pujari in Sridham Mayapur. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sundar. Next, we'd like to call on Narothamananda after Sundar Gopal Prabhu. Narothamananda Prabhu from Ludhiana. Yes, Jagannath Mandir in Ludhiana.
हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी नामिने प्रभुपादस्य साहित्यं यः प्रकाश्य वितीर्य च प्रचारं कृतवान् साधु भगवत्पादाय ते नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So thank you Maharaj for giving me opportunity to speak few words about our dear Guru Maharaj. It is very nice that we are gathered here and we are hearing about the glory of our Guru Maharaj. So I would like to share few interactions and the lessons which I realized and noticed during my interaction with Guru Maharaj. So once I asked Guru Maharaj, there was discussion between Guru Maharaj and me that going back to Godhead. So I asked Guru Maharaj that who will go back to Godhead? What are the qualifications? What is the criteria? What is the most important thing? So Guru Maharaj said that I asked the same question to Srila Prabhupada once. And Srila Prabhupada said that those who follow Guru's instructions strictly, only they will go back to Godhead. So we see in Guru Maharaj's life that how strictly he has been following the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. And everybody knows he was so famous. And he was doing it so much from the heart. So this is the one lesson which we can learn from his personality. That the way he followed Srila Prabhupada, even like I remember whenever he would go to Radhakund and he was sitting on the banks of Radhakund and he said that Srila Prabhupada once told in my presence that Radha Kund water is like as good as Radharani. And therefore we should not put our feet in that. And therefore I never take bath in Radha Kund. So his entire life, he said, so I asked once, Maharaj, many devotees are taking bath. They said yes, because there is no resolution of GBC on this matter. So it's not for everyone that everyone has to follow what I do. But personally I do this because Prabhupada told in front of me. So he has been following so strictly Srila Prabhupada's words, he takes so seriously. And I think that was one of the key points of his success. The way he could transform so many devotees, the potency he got from Srila Prabhupada by his mercy. Second point which I learned that once I was in Gurugram and Guru Maharaj was honoring Prasadam and I was just sitting in front of him serving. And then Guru Maharaj was about to take Prasadam. He took the morsel of the food and he was eating and suddenly he looked at me and he was saying that, you know, whenever I take the food, it comes in my mind about those people in this world who have not taken food today, who are starving, who are hungry. And so he is thinking about everyone, like many devotees told, even the people who are starving. They don't get food. So Maharaj eating and then he's thinking about those people who have not got food. And then I said to Maharaj, yes Maharaj, they're not getting food because they're not surrendering to Krishna. If they surrender to Krishna, they will also get food. And more food and Chapan Bhoga and everything. So Guru Maharaj said, yes, that is true. But we have to preach them so that they get the opportunity to surrender to Krishna. If we don't preach, then how will they come to know that they have to surrender to Krishna? So he was teaching us that how we should think. When we are eating, then we should think about every living entity. That's the Vaishnava's compassionate heart. And then once I was in Ahmedabad and Guru Maharaj was taking question answer session. And then one devotee asked question. Guru Maharaj, we always hear that chant and be happy. But we see so many difficulties, challenges, suffering in our society. Devotees are struggling sometimes in anxiety, stress, depression. Although they are chanting. So how to understand this? And the Guru Maharaj said, I never say that. I never say that chant and be happy. That after coming in Krishna consciousness, he will be always happy. It's not like that. Then he said, Kunti Maharani is asking for difficulties. Vipada santuta saswat tatra tatra jagat guru.
2 more minutes, please.
So there can be difficulties also.
2 minutes or.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. And then once Guru Maharaj, actually when I joined, I had some desire to do youth preaching. But it was not kind of like I have to do this, so much, so many youth preaching. It's okay. This is service I have to do. So I joined and then we were doing some youth preaching going on. And we were reading 2-3 hours Srimad Bhagavatam every day afternoon and then releasing the Krishna conscious life in temple life. And one day Guru Maharaj called me and said, so how is life going? I said, Maharaj, wonderful. So what is the schedule? I said, Maharaj, morning program we are doing very nicely, and then after that, with 2-3 hours every day we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, then evening program, and things are going very nice, Maharaj. We are very happy. Relaxed. Maharaj said, are you mad? So I could not understand what wrong I am doing. They said, we have to preach. We have to expand preaching, Srila Prabhupada mission. And then he gave that push, and then Maharaj said, I am so much worried about the preaching movement. We are getting so many temples, and we need many devotees to run these temples. So I could understand his anxiety, and then from that day we started marathon, youth preaching marathon. You know? And then he was the instrumental. So I promised Maharaj that, Maharaj, in 3-4 years we will give us blessing that we make 108 brahmacharis. So Maharaj said it is very difficult to make brahmacharis nowadays. I said, Maharaj, you give your blessing, then it's possible. And then Maharaj said, okay, try. And actually we saw that because Maharaj had desire and we had desire to work for his desire. Therefore that blessing worked so much. And even in dream what I could have never imagined, that much youth preaching happened. Because he desired so. So once I told Guru Maharaj, he said, so many youths are coming. You have done wonderful service. So I said, Maharaj, I was reading Srimad Bhagavatam 3 hours. And then you told one day like this, and from that day we started working, and that's how result is coming. So Maharaj said, okay.
Haribol.
So thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving me opportunity. And
thank you.
Kindly give all of your blessings. You all are the dear disciples of Guru Maharaj, and always very exemplary. You all are very dear to Guru Maharaj. My God possess. So kindly bless me so that I can keep serving Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Jai. Sundar Gopal Prabhu, he would organize like a world record of youth wearing dhotis and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I think that will be fulfilled. So now I would like to call on Narottamananda Prabhu. The next will be Param Prabhu. Next will be Sukhapriya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, just 1 second. If you omit the pranam mantra when you offer, then that is, I'm not talking about you. Yeah. I'm talking generally. Or this counts in 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. So actually it's a shocking surprise for me that Maharaj took my name, but I am fortunate. I was just thinking that as we hear in Bhagavatam, Shanavanti Gayanti Granti Abhikshana Smarnanti Nandanti Tavegitam Jana Taiva Pashyanti Chirena. So in that shloka, Kunti Maharani says, if you keep on hearing about Krishna, glorify Krishna, remember Krishna, then one day you will develop a taste and you will be able to see the lotus feet of Krishna, which are the source of deliverance from this material world. And same applies for the spiritual master, who is the direct representative of Krishna and his parampara. So I feel very fortunate to be here. And as we hear the statement that a tree is known by its fruit, and we have been hearing since yesterday glories of Guru Maharaj from so many exalted devotees doing so many exalted services all across the globe. He has been encouraging, and even after his departure, the projects are increasing. So it's a proof that Guru Maharaj is the ideal, perfect example. Like some devotees were saying that, probably Maharaj was saying, one of the Maharajas, that he was like Hanumanji for Srila Prabhupada. Whenever Prabhupada have a tough job in India, he will ask Maharaj to say this. So I was reading one more verse because I was not knowing I have to say, but then this verse came because we just had a class on that. It is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, in which Krishnadas Kaviraj is quoting a shloka from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which talks about the devotees' qualities, and it says, Shantir avyarth kalatvam viraktir manashunya ashabandha samuktanta namagana sadaruchi. So the translation goes like this: when the seed of ecstatic emotion for Krishna fructifies, 9 symptoms in one's behavior arises. That's our forgiveness. And we don't need any proof for this. I am a perfect example for that. And Maharaj has been an example. Sometimes rather devotees and senior people actually used to accuse Maharaj. Maharaj, you're too lenient. You keep on forgiving devotees, disciples. But he was an epitome. He will forgive each and every person if at all he comes and asks for forgiveness. And then he says, the time should never be wasted. I remember I was fortunate enough to come in touch with Maharaj when I was only 17 years old. That is back in 88. And as we hear now, Maharaj has been preaching in Russia. But you know, I was in Chandigarh at that time, and Maharaj was not too much well equipped with Russian language that time. So what happened, Maharaj will come to Chandigarh, and somehow he came to know that there is one Russian professor in Punjab University, and somehow that he got a contact. So since morning 4 a.m. till almost 10 p.m., he has his own preaching schedules. And the night 10 p.m., I was fortunate enough to accompany him, and we will go to that professor's house, and Maharaj will spend 2 hours, 3 hours sometime learning the basic words to be used in Russian preaching. Back in 1889, I'm talking about that. I mean to say, he was not wasting a single time, and also simultaneously, utility is the principle. Same thing. I was fortunate enough to travel with Maharaj on my first international trip to Nairobi. That is in 92. So Maharaj and I was traveling, and somehow there I saw that Maharaj was having a look at the local newspaper. So I was surprised. We have been told that this is, all Prajalpa, and we are not supposed to read these newspapers. So very hesitatingly in the evening, I asked Maharaj, I heard that devotees should not be reading newspaper. Maharaj said, we are going to a new country, and we need to know what's happening around so that we can preach according to the time, place, and circumstances. Maharaj was very, very sharp, as most of the devotees have said. He has a very, very sharp memory. We are fortunate. My whole family came into touch with Maharaj, and my mother, my father, my sister. Maharaj, whenever he will meet me, he will ask about them. How are you? How are they? How are they? Because Maharaj felt that being the only son, I have joined ISKCON. So are they being taken care or not? Sometimes Maharaj used to say, if you ever need anything, please, you can directly call me. And so Maharaj's nature was very compassionate. And of course, as we heard, I remember one thing, whenever he was visiting Chandigarh temple, so that time we don't have separate rooms. So he was living in the basement, which doesn't have a attached washroom. It was winter time. I shared this passage many times because it's very important. As some Prabhuji was saying, probably Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu said that we have been hearing about the quality of devotees, but when you see in person that Acharya doing this, then your faith and your surrender increases. So he went in a separate washroom to take early morning bath, and I used to get some hot water standing outside. So he went inside, and he saw that there were some ants in the washroom, wash basin. And Maharaj said, I can't take bath here. I said, okay, we will clean it. We will clean it in short. I said, no, it's getting late for Maharaj. And then, surprisingly and shockingly, he went outside in the open it was almost December or January month, and said, I will take my bath here, but I can't disturb this moment. So actually,
2 more minutes.
Yeah, Acharya means he shows by example, he teaches by example, and he's well known in ISKCON as a troubleshooter, but he acts as a troubleshooter without troubling any of the involved parties. I mean to say, I used to travel a lot earlier with Maharaj in the initial days, and then Maharaj said, okay, you stay and preach. But wherever he will go, devotees will crowd him. Maharaj, this problem is there, that problem is there. And you know, Maharaj, one smile and one statement, he was able. You will see so many photographs of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Hardly you will find any photograph with any strain on his forehead. He is always with his spiritual and charismatic smile. He was able to resolve his problems. So of course, among all of you, I find myself very insignificant, but on this glorious day, I humbly beg at lotus feet of all the dear God brothers, senior God brothers, sisters, that we can get his mercy. Thank you, Maharaj, for your kind time. Hare Krishna. All glories to Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Be mindful of the time, please. I'm a little bit lenient here.
Thank you, but not necessarily will come.
Hare Krishna. I was very, very surprised. I was not prepared. Janardhan Maharaj called me here. I was thinking my time is up because my wife spoke yesterday. So
the best is you're not prepared.
First for everything. I start from Punjabi Bagh. We left Chandigarh and came to ISKCON East of Kailash Temple in '93. And I told Maharaj I'm going to Vrindavan. We are planning to stay in Vrindavan. He said, no, you are Punjabi boy. I want to go and serve in Punjabi Bagh with Mohan Rupa Prabhu. Those days in Punjabi Bagh, we have Saturday program because Sunday we used to have a program in East of Kailash. Or 30 or 40 people used to come. There was a small temple in garage, Shri Radhika Ramanji. And Maharaj sent me over there. And Maharaj gave me one instruction. He said, don't ask anybody for money. Just go, everybody's house, the neighbor who's very nice, all the Punjabis are staying there, speaking Punjabi language, and bring them to temple. Because we have to fill up the temple, we have only 20, 30, 40 people are coming to temple. I want this temple to be filled. We start doing that. Within 6 months, we have a 400 family are start visiting every Saturday program. Because this all Maharaj blessings, Maharaj gave us an instruction, we were following that, we never ask anybody money. And actually the funny thing was that we used to give the money for big temple, East of Kailash temple. We collect money from Punjabi Bagh. There was our quota, 2 lakh rupees every month. We used to give from Punjabi Bagh to East of Kailash temple. And we were doing that without going anywhere to collect money. Money was coming to the temple. Then 94, Maharaj called me, he said, I want you to go to Mumbai to meet Mr. Subhash Hinduja. I said, Maharaj, I don't know. He said, no, I want you and Matsya Avatar, 2 of us. He took us to Mumbai. Personally, he took us to see Mr. Subhash Hinduja, his house. He was in Nariman Point, with view and everything. We have, and Subhashji and his family was serving Maharaj, and Maharaj told me and Matsya Avatar to sit next to him and eat with him. We never eat with Maharaj, we were sitting down. He said, no. We are visiting somebody's house, you sit next to me and please eat prasadam. Then Subhashji gave us a 100 people list to visit who used to do business with him to go and collect money for East of Kailash temple. So we start doing that. And within 3 weeks, we collect a lot of money. And Devki Nandan Prabhu called Maharaj. And he said, oh, they're going to clean all Mumbai, with the money. Please, I don't want them to be here. I want them to send it back. So forcefully, after next day, Maharaj called me. He said, Devki Nandan Prabhu saying you went to their members. I said, Maharaj, we're not following anybody. We're just following the list. Whatever Subhash gave us, and we went over there, and people are giving us 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 3 lakhs, He said, but Devki Nandan Prabhu is not happy. Please come back. So we came back to Vrindavan, to Delhi. And then many services. Everybody was saying how Maharaj was compassion. I remember that Maharaj started doing the Vrindavan Parikrama. That accident, I said that I was going with him, and then one guy in front of KC Ghat, he was picking the small pigs, baby's pig, piglet. And Maharaj said, oh, why he's picking up this small baby pig? I said, Maharaj, I don't know. He's going to take it and cut it and sell it. He said, Maharaj said, no. You go to him, talk to him, and tell him, please leave this pig, and whatever donation he wants, you gave him. I went to the guy. He said, yes, if you have 500 rupees, you give me 500 rupees, take this pig. And I was wearing saffron, big shikha, and I was holding the pig. Small baby pig. I was walking behind Maharaj. And Maharaj looked at back me. He said, what you doing? I said, Maharaj, if I leave this pig out, this guy is going to catch again and he's going to cut. He said, okay, then you carry on. So I was with Maharaj holding that pig, and Maharaj was walking in front and we are walking behind Maharaj. So we went all the way to KC Ghat. Maharaj said, okay, now I didn't see anybody, just leave this pig here, So we left the pig. Many accidents, like Maharaj find out that I used to be in fruit business, and 95 he came to Vrindavan. He said, I want you to make nice juice for me. Actually, when we used to be in Punjabi Bagh, we were very famous for juice. Anybody used to come up, a life member, anybody, we used to make them very nice juice. And I started making in Brahmachari Ashram juice for Maharaj. I was very happy all the times. Many things are coming at mind. Hare Krishna. And also, Maharaj used to visit us in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with Janardhan Maharaj and some of his disciples. And Milwaukee is such a place, there's no temple. And I used to live in Milwaukee. So Maharaj especially used to come. And even Janardhan Maharaj said, Maharaj, why we are going to Milwaukee? There's nobody's there, He said, no, I want to see my disciple Param is there. And he used to come and stay with us, and we start doing all the preaching. Hari Darshan Prabhu was there, then we make a couple of more Maharaj disciples over there. So Maharaj is very, very merciful and like my wife was saying yesterday, I used to give donation to Maharaj, but he used to make sure he gave some money to Kana and Radhe all the times. He said, this is for my grandkids to take. This is not for you and not for your wife. This is for for your kids, Hare Krishna. Many things are there for Hare Krishna. Hare Om.
Okay. So now, who's next? Shuka Priya Prabhu. Param Prabhu and Mataji, they're very famous all over the world, Gauramani Mataji, for spreading Krishna consciousness through Harinam Sankirtan. Guru Maharaj blessed them that way. Param Prabhu was telling me, oh, you can charge when you chant for others, but for the temples, you should not charge, right? And he's following he's following that. Third is Sukapriya Prabhu will be Vichitra Krishna Prabhu, Sham Kripa Mataji. Just 1 second. We still have second session this evening. I think if we go till 1:30, no problem? Did I say Haribol or what? Are you hungry now? No. Okay. 1:30.
Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj ki jai. So I often quote this pastime. We were in 2004 RGB meeting. Those days we have regional governing body, not anymore. So in 2004 we were in Ahmedabad and we arrived late already. The first first part of the meeting is over. So in the guest house, and I remember this was Guru Maharaj's room in the corridor, and that was the second last room, and the last room was His Holiness Radha Swami was staying in the last room. So, and Guru Maharaj left his room and he met Radha Maharaj. They were talking and they embraced each other and they were having some discussion. So then Radha Swami Maharaj was passing by, going to his room, and that time I paid my obeisances to Maharaj. And I thought that Maharaj would have left, but when I got up, Maharaj was standing there, right there, and I folded my hands, and Radha Maharaj, folded my hands, and he said, "This is the only great personality I met after Srila Prabhupada. Serve him nicely." So I still get goosebumps when I remember this, statement of Maharaj. When I was new, directly I got the service of being a secretary of Maharaj, though I met Maharaj in March 99, but I joined in 2003, and directly this was my service, being a secretary. So I was a little bit puffed up, and whenever I have seen, I used to complain a lot to Maharaj. Maharaj, he did this, that devotee did this, that devotee did this, and 3-4 times Maharaj chastised those devotees, and that was really satisfying my ego. Oh, Maharaj is taking some action. So one day, again, I was with Guru Maharaj and I was like shouting, "Maharaj!" I was really, upset. Some devotee misbehaved with me. And Maharaj simply looked at me. I said, "Shikapriya, come here." "Yes, Maharaj." "Tell me one thing. You want to serve in ISKCON for your whole life or for few years?" I said, "Maharaj, I want to serve my whole life." I said, "Then you have to be thick-skinned. You have to learn to tolerate. I'm tolerating so many things, so learn to tolerate." Then I stopped complaining. So Maharaj was an expert preacher. तो कुछ मैं हिंदी में बताऊंगा पास टाइम. तो एक डिवोटी हैं, अगर वो आज आए हो तो शायद मेरे उनका नाम याद नहीं है. पटना से थे. पटना में 2004 में मीटिंग थी. 2005 में इनफैक्ट 2005 पटना में मीटिंग थी, तो वहाँ पे मिले थे. तो जुहू टेम्पल से वो जुड़े थे. जुहू टेम्पल में वो स्टार्टिंग में आना शुरू हुए, नए नए आते थे मंदिर में. तो महाराज का 1-2 बार मैं प्रवचन सुना था, देखा था. तो कहते एक बार मैंने महाराज को प्रणाम किया तो महाराज ने मुझे कहा, "मुझे रूम में आके मिलो, ऊपर रूम में आके मिलो." तो मैं रूम में कहते चला गया. तो जैसे मैं रूम में गया तो महाराज ने कहा, "बैठिए." महाराज थोड़ा बात करना शुरू किए. तो मैंने महाराज को कहा, "महाराज मेरी टिकट है, मुझे देर हो रही है." मैंने कहा, "अच्छा टिकट है, देर हो रही." महाराज ने कहा, "अच्छा कोई नहीं, फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम मिलेंगे. कौन सी ट्रेन की टिकट है?" तो कहा, नहीं महाराज ट्रेन की नहीं, मूवी की टिकट है." तो महाराज ने कहा, "कौन सी मूवी?" महाराज, "शोले मूवी है." "कहाँ पे है वो?" आज भी वो चंदन टॉकीज है जुहू टेम्पल के बिल्कुल पास में, प्रभुपाद के टाइम से भी था वो. तुम्हारा यही पड़ोस में ही है बस मूवी. तुम्हारे कहा, "अच्छा ठीक है, मूवी देख के आओ, फिर मुझसे मिलना." तो अगर हम ऐसे होते तो हम तो शुरू हो जाते ना, तुम माया में हो, ये है वो है. लेकिन महाराज सच एन एक्सपर्ट प्रीचर. तो जब वो कहते जब मैं वापस आया तो महाराज ने कहा, पूछा मूवी कैसी थी? तो वो वक्त कहते, "महाराज मूवी बहुत अच्छी थी, अमिताभ बच्चन ने क्या काम किया, धर्मेंद्र ने ये किया, गब्बर सिंह तो गजब था." महाराज कहते, "मुझे पूरी स्टोरी नहीं सुननी है आपसे, आप बैठो." तो महाराज ने कहा कि आप भक्ति में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं? तो हाँ जी महाराज जी, भक्ति में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं. तो महाराज ने कहा, फिर हमें ना मूवीज नहीं देखनी चाहिए. मूवीज में बहुत टाइम खराब होता है. हमें भजन करना चाहिए, भक्ति करनी चाहिए, चैंटिंग करनी चाहिए. महाराज कितनी चैंटिंग करनी चाहिए? तो महाराज ने बताया 16 माला करनी चाहिए. महाराज जी और क्या करना होता है? और महाराज ने कहा, "अभी आप चैंटिंग करो." नहीं आप बताइए, आज ही बताइए आज क्या क्या करना होता है. तो महाराज ने 4 नियम बताए. और महाराज का इतना प्योरिटी है, एक्सपर्ट प्रीचिंग है कि उस दिन से ही वो कहने मैंने 4 नियम शुरू कर दिया और 16 माला करना शुरू कर दिया. और फिर इवेंचुअली ही ज्वाइंड फुल टाइम इन बॉम्बे टेम्पल एंड देन लेटर ऑन पटना. तो एक बार जैसे आपको मालूम है, आज भी ऐसा ही होता है, पहले भी यही था कि चंडीगढ़ और पंचकूला की रथ यात्रा एक साथ होती है, सैटरडे संडे. तो संडे को पंचकूला की रथ यात्रा थी. हम रात को 11 बजे वापस आ रहे थे पंचकूला से, और पूरा सब मार्केट बंद था, सब कुछ बंद था. लेकिन आपने देखा चंडीगढ़ में मेन रोड होता है, फिर सर्विस रोड होता है, फिर मार्केट होती है. तो लास्ट की एक मार्केट में उधर एक शॉप खुली थी, पूरे उसमें एक शॉप में लाइट जल रही थी. तो महाराज ने पूछा कि ये कौन सी शॉप खुली हुई इतनी रात को। तो मेरे साथ में निरंजन प्रभु थे, आई थिंक होंगे भीड़ में तो पता नहीं। तो निरंजन प्रभु भी थे मेरे साथ, चंडीगढ़ से ही है वो, अभी फरीदाबाद में रहते हैं। तो निरंजन प्रभु ने कहा हमारा ठेका। तो माने का ठेका क्या होता है? मैं कहा हमारा लिकर शॉप। तो माने का इतनी रात को क्यों खुली है? तो मैं कहा हमारा यही तो टाइम होता है, पीने का यही टाइम होता है, इसलिए इतनी रात को खुली है। अच्छा, माने का कितने की आती है? तो निरंजन वो बोलते हैं महाराज समवेयर ही सेड 1000 रुपया, कुछ तो रेट महंगा ही था उस समय। तो माने का कितने लीटर होती है? तो महाराज 750 ml होती है। तो महाराज कहते इतना पैसा चार्ज कर रहे हैं, पूरा 1 लीटर भी नहीं दे रहे। फिर महाराज कहते लोग कैसे पीते हैं इसको? तो निरंजन वो बोलते हैं महाराज कुछ लोग सोडा डाल के पीते हैं पैग में, कुछ लोग नीट पीते हैं, कुछ लोग पानी डाल के पीते हैं। तो मैंने निरंजन को कहा महाराज ये नहीं देख रहे पैग में कितना पानी है, महाराज ये देख रहे तुम कितने पानी में हो। तो तुम एक्सप्लेनेशन देनी बंद करो। तुम्हारे कई बार हमारी ये इससे टेस्ट करते थे कि हम हमारा पास क्या रहा है, हम क्या करते आए हैं।
2 more minutes, please.
Thank you, महाराज. Thank you. तो महाराज की फेमस घड़ी है रोलेक्स वॉच, सबने देखी हुई अभी वेदव्यास प्रभु के पास है, महाराज उनको गिफ्ट करके गए हैं। तो बॉम्बे में एक बार मैं जब बीबीटी में सेवा कर रहा था, 2006 की बात है, 6 और 7 की रफली, तो वो घड़ी खराब हो गई। तो जब घड़ी खराब हुई, चल नहीं रही थी, तो महाराज ने कहा इसको पता करो। एक ही शोरूम था पूरे बॉम्बे में, डाउनटाउन। सॉरी, आई विल स्पीक दिस पास इन इंग्लिश, द रोलेक्स वॉच. So Maharaj watch was not working, and 2007, so Maharaj asked us to repair it, get it checked. So there's only one showroom in whole Bombay, the downtown Bombay Rolex. So we went there, me and Keyur Prabhu was also there. He was actually taking the lead in this project. So we went there. So he checked the watch and he said, yeah, it will be repaired and the one part has to come from Singapore and blah, blah. And I said, how much it going to cost? He said, 19,500 rupees. I was like shocked. 19,500. We called Maharaj. Maharaj, he's saying that the part will come from Singapore. The cost is 19,500 rupees. Maharaj, what? 19,500 rupees? इतने की तो घड़ी भी नहीं है. Even the watch is not in that much price. Check him. What is the price of the watch? We asked the guy, what is the price of this watch? He said 300,000 rupees. At that time, it was 300,000 rupees. I was okay. Just tell him. Okay. Give the order, give some advance, tell him that we'll bring the watch back when the part will come. Don't leave the watch over there. So we brought the watch and 3-4 days Maharaj was wearing ordinary watch, was 500 rupees. And Maharaj is quite, every now and then he was telling me, hey, this is also showing right time, right? He's also showing right time. He's working fine. Then he said, because Prabhupada gave me this watch, otherwise, I would have thrown this watch in the garbage. I've never spent this much money on a watch. But Prabhupada gave me, that's why I'm spending. And Maharaj spent that money from his own pocket, not from the temple. So, can I have 1 minute? 1 minute? Okay, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. And Maharaj has a ring. Maharaj Aura used to wear a ring with Prabhupada picture in it. So one time Maharaj was going to Moradabad and I was supposed to take Maharaj visa, so I didn't go with Maharaj. So Maharaj called me, he said, I lost my ring. Please find out. Maybe I left it in my room. So we checked the whole room and we couldn't find Maharaj's ring. But next day when he came back in the evening, so Maharaj was wearing the ring. And I asked Maharaj, what happened? Maharaj, how you got this ring? Maharaj said, oh, I forgot my ring on the petrol pump, washroom. When Maharaj was going to Moradabad on the way, he has to pass urine, so he forgot to take out his ring in the car. So he took out the ring and kept on the wash basin, and he forgot. On the way back, he remembered that. So on the way back, they asked the petrol pump guy, and he said, I don't know, you ask the manager. As soon as Maharaj met the manager said, Swamiji, this is your ring. So Maharaj said, how did you get this ring? He said it was lying on the wash basin. And I thought, he thought to keep that ring with himself. But as soon as he wore the ring, he was having a headache. As soon as he took out the ring, his headache stopped. So he said, Swamiji, this is your ring, it belongs to you. So I asked Maharaj, how did you got this ring? And Maharaj said, in 1988, my mother gave me some gold. 1978, sorry. My mother gave me some gold, so I got the ring made. And Maharaj, this is the original ring. I said, no, I lost many. I'm a very careless person. So
Thank you.
And if you want to read more pastimes like this, there are 2 books, one in English, one in Hindi, The Vaikuntha Man and Karuna Sindhu. And you can read these pastimes in these books. Thank you very much.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. Jai.
Whom did I call next? Vichitra Krishna Prabhu?
Are you there? Yes. The more you are concise with your presentation, the more we can call many devotees. I don't want them to blame me for you getting too long. Not you, everyone.
Hare Krishna. As Srimad Bhagavatam explains, the all qualities of demigods are exhibited by the pure devotees of the Lord. We read such statements in Bhagavatam or many other scriptures. But this was manifested by Guru Maharaj. And when we see this being imbibed by somebody who's living between us, this was more convincing. And the Shastras, by his presence, became true. So I had few years service with him, assisting him in his diksha to his disciples. So one time we were in Jaipur. Although my service was to interview the candidates and then he later took forward. But whenever he was in outstation, not in Delhi NCR, and there was not much assistance also, so he used to call me there to assist him there. So this time we were in Jaipur, and this was immediately after the disappearance of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So we were undergoing all that process, and suddenly there was a call from the temple president of Ujjain, ISKCON, and he told me that he's sending a list and that has to be introduced to Guru Maharaj for the initiation. And they were aspiring from His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Since he is no more now, Guru Maharaj will award the initiation to them. So as I told this to Guru Maharaj, Maharaj said he became very serious just after hearing this. He said, they are disciples of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. How can I give them initiation? I told Maharaj, this is what I have been asked to convey to you. He said, you tell them that I won't give initiation to them since they are disciples of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So I conveyed the same statements to the temple president. And he said, no, you tell them Maharaj to accept, since now he is GBC of that area. So he should accept them as their disciples. So I conveyed the same thing to Maharaj, and then Maharaj said, no, senior disciple of Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Bhakti Prem Maharaj, he will give initiation. I will not give. He will accept them. So I conveyed the same statements to the temple president. Then he was literally crying. And then I asked him that, can you send an audio recording so that I can make Maharaj hear this? Probably he'll become convinced with this. And he was pleading so much, Maharaj, we have nobody than you, please accept them. Guru Maharaj was so much reluctant in accepting them, and then finally he said, I will accept them on behalf of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. They will be his disciple. I am just handing over the beads on his behalf to them. In the same initiation ceremony, there was one brahmachari in saffron also came to take initiation from Maharaj. He was initiated by the Ritviks. So he now got inspired by the ISKCON Devotees Association and he wanted to take initiation from Maharaj. Maharaj told me that tell them I will not give him initiation. And I told that brahmachari, he said, but what is the reservation? And Maharaj had told me that they will be upset if I accept him, my disciple. And I told him the same thing. And he said, can I have the audience with Maharaj and I'll try to put forward my case to him. So I requested Maharaj, Maharaj got agreed, and then we took him to the Maharaj, and Maharaj said, see, I don't want to intervene with the Madhu Pandit Prabhu's activities, and I will not initiate you because you are in his custody. And then he convinced Maharaj, Maharaj have already left him, I'm not serving with them from last 1 year. And then finally, with a great reluctant, Maharaj accepted him. So we could see that as Bhagavatam explains, the detachment is the highest principle. Although just by reading and hearing, it doesn't penetrate. But when you see such person who is so detached, just serving on behalf of Srila Prabhupada to carry on this movement, that made such a huge impact on our hearts, which is unforgettable for till the lifetimes to come. Thank you very much. So Guru Maharaj ki.
Thank you, Prabhu. That is perfect. Less than 5 minutes. Hari Bol. Follow in his footsteps, okay? Would like to call on Param Karuna, Prabhu. Is Mataji there? Okay, after, then it'll be Param Karuna.
I think he took less time because I take more time.
That cannot be.
I'm just joking.
I'm joking also.
When I was new, Maharaj used to call me to meet. It was very inspiring to everybody. And once I said, Maharaj, I made offense towards you. Please forgive me. Maharaj said, the offenses you made in the past, the offenses you made now, and the offenses you will make in the future, I forgive you for all the offenses. You have a blank check from me. So inspiring, so lively, so energetic. I used to hear, whenever Guru Maharaj gave lecture, I noticed Maharaj mostly said, Titikshva Karunika, tolerate and be merciful. And I observed that he also followed it very strictly. He so much liked the pastime of Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj when he was paralyzed, but still he went to fight against Bishan Sen. And Maharaj was, I used to see that Maharaj, it's Maharaj's life. When he used to present this pastime of Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaji, it was Guru Maharaj's life. And he used to represent this mood, Titikshva Karunika. Once he came to our preaching center, one small girl, when he was climbing down from the stairs and going to go in the car, one small girl just tried to touch, immediately she came and she tried to touch the feet of Maharaj. And Maharaj was unstable because he didn't know somebody will come like this. And I thought that he will chastise or correct or something, but he was shaking the head of the girl and blessing her. There's so many examples, and he never spoke about, Maharaj never spoke about himself. I did this, I did that, I was this with Prabhupada. He seemed to be a very simple person, but he was so opulent. Like Brahmaji got confused or bewildered with the pastime of Krishna, then how can this be the Supreme Personality of Godhead eating with the cowherd boys? So he wanted to test. So many times I thought, similar to Guru Maharaj, so simple and is so powerful. I was surprised when he fell in Dehradun, and when he is in the hospital, I heard, he is writing a resignation letter to the GBC. And I was discussing with Vichitra Krishna Prabhu that it's obvious that he will not be able to work in this stage. But he's still writing, he's so dutiful. For every small thing I had seen, he was very dutiful. If something is missed in his room and then it comes to his knowledge, then he finds out that that thing. And he asked his assistants, where is that thing, where is that thing? Once, before COVID, I asked Dasavatar Prabhu that is there anything Maharaj needs we want to bring, kindly help. So he said, if a big TV can come, so Maharaj can see all around and in the temple also what's happening. So we asked Maharaj, he said, no, don't waste money. But somehow, of course, Dasavatar Prabhu knows better that this is the need. So we booked one big TV, I don't know what is it called. So the TV came, and when we had to install the TV, so Maharaj said, no, this is too expensive. No, you take it to your preaching center. You don't put it here, you don't put it. He was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Don't put it here. No, this is too expensive. You take it to your preaching center, put it there. But somehow, with the help of Dasavatar Prabhuji, this was put on his wall. And after COVID, Maharaj said, thank you so much that you put this TV. I could not go anywhere. But because of this TV, I could see what's happening in the temple, the darshan of Radha Shyama Sundar, Krishna Balram, Vrindavan, Mayapur, everything I could see. It is all because of you. I said, it's all because of the TV and Dasavatar Prabhu. And so many times he said, because of her, I could have darshan. Because of her, I could have darshan in COVID. I could not go anywhere. And it would have been very difficult without having darshan. But because of you, so many times he embarrassed me. So I used to see Maharaj so much wanted, Sarve Sukhina Bhavantu. It's so difficult to follow Maharaj. Maharaj wanted everybody to be happy. He was so happy to meet everybody. He wanted to meet people. More than we wanted to meet Maharaj, Maharaj wanted to meet us. In COVID, we were hiding in Vrindavan. And Maharaj used to call, where are you? He used to call Vichitra Krishna Prabhu, where are you? And after, when the COVID was not so strong, Maharaj said, now the COVID is not so strong. We are still there. So that day we came back to Delhi thinking. And it was still COVID. Maharaj said, I'm going to Jaipur. Can I request you, Vichitra Krishna, if in case you can also come? So Srimad Bhagavatam says this life is meant to serve the Guru, and if one dies to serve Guru, death is glorious, because my health is very sensitive. So we both left very happily and confidently, whatever happens, no problem. And we are able to serve Guru to whatever degree. While we got the call from Sadhuida Prabhu, when Maharaj was admitted in Dehradun, Maharaj, Sadhuida Prabhu called at 6 a.m. in the morning. He said, please pray and start Kirtan, Sankirtan for his well-being. So I didn't take it so seriously. I said, it cannot happen. I mean, still we started this Sankirtan. We had programs we cancelled. And we were doing Kirtan continuously, and I was very desperately praying to the Lord, if you can kindly give me 4 or 5 years more with Maharaj, let him be present, because so many things and we have not served him. We have not made him happy. So give us some more time, very desperately. We were very desperately praying.
2 more minutes, Mataji.
Sure, Maharaj. Very desperately we were praying. But somehow the next day, Maharaj left the body, and I was very surprised that I hardly ask anything to my Lord. And if I sometimes ask him, very rarely, then he fulfills it. How is it that this was not fulfilled? I was very confident that Krishna will do it. But then I had the thought that it was the Ekadashi, Varuthini Ekadashi today, when we were all doing Sankirtan in our temples. And I told Vichitra Prabhu that these are the days when these souls leave this material world. On Ekadashi he came. He can go on Ekadashi. These are the days for him. But I was so desperately praying, and this day was past, so I was relaxed. But next day he left. So I thought Krishna extended his one more day for his disciples who were crying and praying. So one more day, he changed from Ekadashi to Dwadashi that he left. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. That's true. The saying, the wife is the better half. It's almost double. Hare Krishna. Actually, Vaishnava Maharaj told me one time, Dwadasi is more potent spiritually. Because if you don't break the fast in the right time, paran time, whatever you did the day before is not going to be valid. So for us, Dwadasi is more potent, and that's the time when Guru Maharaj left. Haribol! After Param Karuna Prabhu, let's call Mataji. Lakshman Mataji is there? Lakshmana? Yeah, from Washington. Yes, from Washington, USA.
Hare Krishna. I'm not a good speaker. I haven't prepared anything. I don't know how to speak, but I'll try my best. I was not knowing, honestly, who is Guru Maharaj. When he left, I understood the gravity of the situation, that who was that person. I took him so lightly, and it's not just mere words. Honestly, I took him so lightly and so casually that when he left, I understood this person was not the normal person. The way the world is looking at this person, he was extremely, extremely close to Krishna. And I missed my opportunity to serve him. He gave me tremendous opportunity to serve him, but I didn't took it seriously, and that's my mistake. But as Rukmani Krishna Prabhu told, that we have a time to redirect ourselves. And my only vision after Guru Maharaj left this mortal world, how can I redirect myself to be a disciple where Guru Maharaj can feel that no, he has done something for me. I always remember this verse, Uttama Chintitam Kuryat, Prokta Karitu Madhyama, Adhama Ashadhaya Kuryat, Akrit Achetam Pitu. Who is a first class disciple? Who understands the mind of spiritual master. He doesn't have to be given any direction. He knows the mind, he knows the heart of the spiritual master, and he works accordingly. So what our spiritual master needs, we should be completely aware of the fact. The second class of disciple is that he needs to be instructed, and third class of disciple is that even after instruction, he doesn't carry out the service properly. So I always remember in one of the lecture, Guru Maharaj was saying that nobody should even think of going back to Godhead for 10,000 more years. Till 10,000 more years, Prabhupada books are still there. Prabhupada temples are still there. So everybody should continue preaching till 10,000 more years. This is what I'm saying is just applies to me. I'm not trying to preach anyone over here, but this is exactly what I'm meditating on, this instruction. That my goal for next 10,000 years is keep pushing this movement, because our Guru Maharaj single-handedly, I'm sorry to say, use this word, single-handedly he raised ISKCON to the level that nobody can even think. So my job as a disciple, I'm not even a disciple trying to be close to the disciples of his disciple. If I want to be close to his disciples, my goal in my life is to keep serving my spiritual master till 10,000 more years. And after that, Guru Maharaj told that after that you can think of going back. But I will say, Guru Maharaj, I don't want to go back even after 10,000 years, because I want to keep serving you for 10 million more years, and that's actually going back to Godhead. Because serving you is actually, I'm already back to Godhead, so I don't desire to go back to Godhead. Guru Maharaj doesn't need my money. Guru Maharaj doesn't need my big wealth. Guru Maharaj doesn't need anything from me. What he exactly needs from me is your surrender. So I learned one thing from my Guru Maharaj, that he is in not need of anything. He is completely self-satisfied like Krishna himself. What actually need is that the complete surrender of a disciple. And that is my actual practice, and that is my actual desire and my endeavors to be a surrender disciple of a disciples of disciples of disciples of Guru Maharaj. One incident I want to share with you before I go, that how did I understood that this person is not a normal person. Guru Maharaj, usually when he visits to America, he has a flight. Param Pujya Janardhan Maharaj knows all these things. He has a flight at 1 a.m. in the morning, in the night times. And before 1 a.m., he has so many meetings and phone calls, and he sent the people first that, okay, you devotees goes first, get my check-in bags, and only one devotee stay with him in the last time. And once he reached to the airport, there are 15 hours in a business class where you can sit and relax. You're in the air. There is nothing. There is no phone calls. There is no disciples over there. It's only you and one servant with you. But still, Guru Maharaj was not sleeping a single second. How is it possible? You haven't slept from like 30, 40, 50 years, more than 2-3 hours. And now you're getting a good chance where there is no meetings, there is no phone calls, there is nothing going on, where you can easily relax, you stretch your legs and completely get the blanket on your body and just relax. But no, I never seen Guru Maharaj sleeping even single second in his 15 hours of flight. What Guru Maharaj was doing that, when I asked Guru Maharaj, can you just relax for some time, or can you take rest? Can I put the blanket on your body? Guru Maharaj said, no, this is my time to chant. I'm already behind my chanting, so I'm going to chant for 15 hours. And believe me, Guru Maharaj doesn't sleep, and he doesn't allow his servant to sleep also. So when you're with Guru Maharaj, you have to be awake for 15 hours, and that's not the end of the world, because when you go to the America, he's completely engaged. So he was an Iron Man. This is not possible unless you have a complete spiritual body. At that time, I understood this person is not the normal person. His body is completely spiritual. He doesn't sleep more than 2 hours. He doesn't sleep even in the flight. He just keep doing his services. If he has nothing to do, he just keep chanting. That made me realize that my Guru Maharaj is not the normal person, and to be the servant of the servant of the servant of a servant is a real desire for any disciple, and I always strive till the end of my life that I can be his servant of a servant of a servant, and I can keep serving my Guru Maharaj for millions and millions and millions and millions of more years. Thank you. Maharaj.
Haribol. Param Karuna Prabhu, he will distribute books 365 days in the year. And it suits his service. Param Karuna, that means very merciful, Lord Chaitanya's mission. Sankirtan. Is Mother Lakshman here? She's not there? Okay, I'm going to call on Sumukha. Where is Sumukha Prabhu? He's one of the early servants of Guru Maharaj also. Sumukha Prabhu, are you there? Say yes. No? Jaldi. Your 5 minutes. This includes your 5 minutes. And then Garuda Prabhu, another one of the servants. Oh, Lakshman Mataji. Okay, come. Then Samukha Prabhu, let Mataji first go. Then you, and then Garuda Prabhu. I'm calling like the personal servants of Guru Maharaj. Hope you don't mind. We have part 2 and this evening. So please come on time. You'll miss the nectar if you don't come on time. Hare Krishna. Okay, because we're having lunch 1:30, we can start at 3 o'clock. Is that okay? Did I hear Haribol? Matajis, I did not hear again. Okay, good. We'll start at 3 o'clock with bhajans, then maybe around 3:30. Yes.
Prashadam Hall. Hare Krishna, all the devotees, seniors and juniors, I'm Lakshmana from ISKCON Potomac Temple, Radha Madan Mohan Temple in Potomac, Washington, D.C. I'm a very small person. I'm not very too close. Never used to become too close to Guru Maharaj to come and say something. But it so happened in my life in last few years. I would not give all the incidents what I have gone through in my life with him, but the latest one which I had, the compassion. We recognize and we give name to the deities that this is Krishna, this is Ram, this is Sita, this is Radha. I give a title to our beloved Guru Maharaj, idol of compassion, because I have seen that compassion in my life when I was struggling of the death in the hospital, Apollo Hospital in Delhi, a few years before, maybe about 2 years before or something. I got an infection. I have a surgery of my knees, orthopedic surgery, 3 times on my knees, or somehow or other. I fell down in Vrindavan when I was here 4 times. And during the Diwali, I went home to Delhi to meet my family. And all of a sudden, middle of the night, I was in acute pain. Such a serious that I had to go to the emergency at 2 o'clock in the night. Mulchand Hospital in Delhi. Then I came back next morning, and the pain was still going on the same way. It did not work out, the medicine or something. So my nephew took me to the Apollo Hospital because he knew one of the doctor who did the surgery to his mother, Dr. Gulati. And as soon as Dr. Gulati saw me, he says, "Beta, immediately admit her. She's dying." The infection went all over on my body. So they run some tests and send me to the ward and give some instructions to follow other things because they wanted to do the immediate surgery so that the infection will not go over in my body. Anyway, the infection went all over, almost all over my body. And doctor told my nephew, we will try our best, but we will not guarantee that she could survive. We can save her life. And he asked me that, are you ready? I said, doctor, do whatever you wanted to do, you just do it. I live my life. It's all right because I'm in so much pain, so I don't care whether what is going to happen or not going to happen. I live my life. Anyway, so they did the surgery. The next day of the surgery, I received a call from Guru Maharaj. I don't know how did he knew about that, but later on I found that one of my close friends, which is very close to our Guru Maharaj also, and she was in Mayapur, and she informed Guru Maharaj in Bombay that this is what I'm going through in my life and death. So when Guru Maharaj called me, I could not even recognize because I was subconsciously very, very bad, in a very bad situation. So he said, hello, and I said, hello. And he said, I am Gopal Krishna Goswami. I said, who is Gopal Krishna? Because I did not even remember. So he said, I am your Guru, Gopal Krishna Goswami. I heard that you had a surgery. Don't worry, you will be all right. This is his first sentence. And then couple of things he asked me. In short, I just wanted to tell. I don't want to take more time. Then he said, who did the surgery? I said, Dr. Gulati. This is an expensive hospital. Do you have that much money? This is his second question. And I said, Guru Maharaj, when you are there, I don't have to worry anything. My extended family is here. They were taking care of me. So since then, the second day of my surgery, he used to call me 5 to 6 times a day wherever he is, Bombay, Mayapur, anywhere, Delhi, Vrindavan. And I was so surprised. I said, I'm such a small person. I do not do anything for the Guru Maharaj. Look at that, his compassion. I have never had in my life that compassion. So it touched me so much, and I began to cry on the phone while talking to Guru Maharaj. And he says, don't cry. You'll be all right. You know, you tell me how much by now your expenses are in this hospital. I said, it's about 13 lakhs. Do you have that much money? I said, no, but I have some, but I don't have. Don't worry. I'll make call to Advaita Acharya Prabhu in Potomac, Washington, D.C. And then next day, as I said, that 5 to 6 times he used to call me every time. And then he said, don't worry, I have called him to raise fund for you. So look at that, his compassion for such an ordinary soul, you know. And then from third day, he starts sending Dr. Krishna Priya and his wife with full plate of prasad for me every day to the hospital. And they used to come to bring the prasad and said, this is Guru Maharaj. From the Guru Maharaj plate, he gave us his prasad. Take this to her. And then he used to bring the prasad. He and his wife, they used to bring prasad every day since, I think, 4 days or 5 days. Then again, one day he asked, did you know your report or anything? Everything is okay. I said, Guru Maharaj, I don't know anything because I was very much in a bad situation because of the surgery. And he said, okay, today I have called one doctor from Faridabad. I forgot his name, young, very young doctor. And he said, he will come and talk to your doctor. He will talk to your Dr. Gulati, and he will get me all information. And meanwhile, I talked to Advaita also. So then that doctor from Faridabad, young doctor, next week, this was my second week of my surgery, he came from Faridabad to see me. And he talked to me, and then he talked to my surgeon, Dr. Gulati. So what I'm saying, I mean, all those kind of things, it look very natural, but it's really left such a great impact on my mind and my heart. So when I released from the hospital, the day I released from the hospital, so I talked to Guru Maharaj. He says, where are you going now? I said, I'm going to go to my sister's home. But my condition is like that the type of restroom she has in her home, whether my walking chair will not move in frequently. So Guru Maharaj, can you arrange accommodation in the temple? And he said, I will talk to Advaita Acharya. He has the flat. Or I will talk to some people in management. They will give you the flat. Later on, I found out that the flat was only be given for 3 days, not more than that. So ultimately, I went to a guest house. And he said, don't worry for the money. I will make arrangements. Every second day, he will bring the issue of the money. He said, don't worry anything, I will make arrangement for you for the money. The fifth day of my surgery, or sixth day or something, that was a Friday, and doctor gave all the instructions to me, and then they visited all the 6 doctors' team on Monday morning. They all came at 8 o'clock, and in my room, it was a private room, so Prabhupada chanting was going on all the time. Before doctor left that evening, he said, the infection has reached to your heart, 3rd level of your heart. So we might need to do your heart surgery. And I said, okay, doctor, you are the best judge. Do whatever you wanted to do. I do not know anything about that. So then he came on Monday, and the doctor said, what did you do? Your infection had gone only for the 9%. It's a miracle in my surgery line also. Never ever happened in this. So then Dr. K.K. Saxena, who was a surgeon of the heart, and he said, Dr. Gulati, don't you see that? Look at that. Prabhupada is chanting in his room, in her room. So she's a Krishna devotee. Krishna took care of her. And you believe me? You believe me that in 22 days I was out. I remained in Delhi for 8 months because my condition was no good, and they did not replace my knee because they were thinking that if they replace the artificial knee again, probably the infection may come in day, 4 days, 5 days, 4 weeks, or a month. So doctor was very hesitant to replace my knee. And when I realized, one day I realized that what is happening, I've been 8 months here in Delhi. I have to go back to my country and serve Radha Madan Mohan there.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
So when I booked my ticket, that I went to the doctor to consult. I just take 1 second. I told Dr. Gulati, I said, Dr. Gulati, I have to leave. He said, no, you cannot go because your knee is not ready yet. So I cannot let you go. I came home at 2 o'clock. I meditated upon Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada and my deities, Radha Madan Mohan, in our temple where I served them. I said, please give me the direction. What should I do? At 2:38, I called Air India and booked my ticket. And next day, I told my sister, who was present at that time, that I am leaving day after tomorrow evening. So without me, I came to America. When I saw my surgeon first time who did the surgery in America, I said, this is what happened, and I have full file of my record. She says, come on, next morning, I'll check, and don't worry, we will do something for you. I went there, went for all the record. Next day, COVID started. And they did not do the surgery. The whole year, I was remain without knee.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
And then,
Thank you,
after that,
Mataji.
they did the surgery,
Hare
and at
Krishna.
least I'm walkable. In
Guru Maharaj, hey! Sorry.
This is the compassion, and this is our Guru Maharaj. I don't think. And when I came to last year...
Lakshman Mataji, that is 2 seconds. No, that was 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2
you
seconds.
said 1
okay.
second.
So when I was here, Guru Maharaj was here, I served him the food which he liked. And I asked him, Guru Maharaj, he asked me so many questions, but I asked about the food. I said, Guru Maharaj, what do you like to eat tomorrow? I will bring, because he likes some Gujarati food, and I prepare for the food. And he said, oh, tomorrow I'm going. He did like this action, so it's perturbed me so much. I said, why is he telling like that? He says, I'm going. And then I said, you did not come for our Mahurat of the new temple. He said, my visa expired, I could not come. So I said, Guru Maharaj, visa can be renewed. It is not a big problem. He says, yes. So I realized that he knew that he's leaving. Then he said, when are you going back to Delhi? I said, after 2 days. Okay, then I'll meet you in 2 days in Delhi. That 2 days never came in my life. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Mataji. I remember, I think Guru Maharaj sent me to see you when you were in one of those, unlimited, unfathomable compassion of the spiritual master. Thank you, Mataji. So we will adjourn for now. And in part 2 this evening, we will start with Sumukha Prabhu. So be here, 3 o'clock? And then Garuda. No, Sumukha will not speak now. He'll speak after. Right now, it's like the stomach needs something. I was on time, 1:30. Did I say 1:30? Look at your watch, it's 1:30. Guru Maharaj, hey!